bitch. We're about to get vile. Yeah. I'm a prom queen, but I keep to myself, stacking high green. You're in debt to your health. AARP. Ain't shit owed but my wealth. And my oppie's getting dumber every day. Ha! Up in the gym, but I never need a witness. Tonic and gin when I'm working on my fitness. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, yeah, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. I be flexing like the dudes high on tread, all natural. Better give her 10s. They say, Blondie, how you getting those abs? Hey, Bobby, let me call you a cab. Long legs, I'm a woman in STEM. My eggs, fertile, healthy, and femme. My trades, flowing free like the Thames. And my haters getting madder every day.
Folks, it's been a night to remember, but right now we are out of time. I'm Nick Diamond.
I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And I'm Johnny Gomez. On behalf of all of us here at Celebrity Deathmatch, good fight, good night.
What do we got? Super Dave, Pro Wrestle Clips. Tony Khan has Camille and Megan Baines sitting at home being paid since 2023 for nothing. Come on now. It's not going to be the pod calling some kettle black on that one. Truth is the truth. Becker was more over than Monet. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm reading slow. Becker was more over than Monet and is going to the big times. Absolutely. And I said that. I think I covered that show. In fact, I know we did. And I pointed out, I'm going to go back and listen to my own comments. But I did make a mental note, and I think I did point out that I thought she looked really good because I had never seen her before. And now that you pointed out, I don't want to say she looked better than Mercedes, but I think the expectation was a little higher for Mercedes, obviously. And perhaps Stephanie exceeded hers and perhaps Mercedes didn't. That's my take on it.
What's your next desire? Big flow.
It is a fast-acting viral strain that infects the host immediately, and upon getting sick, the infected will become racked with coughs, sweat profusely, and start to get the shivers and chills.
There he is, the legend. The man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah. You can't literally run a promotion just for the AEW, what do they call them, sickos?
Thank you very much, TikTok and AEW. See you tonight.
Tony Khan started telling people there's no such thing as long-term booking anymore. It's week to week.
The best guy is Tony Khan.
Because we just secured the bag.
It's not like I tried to be a character. It was just sort of happened naturally. But it was never something I intended. It was just something that happened because the wrestlers asked me to do things in matches, and I do them.
If you run a promotion just for the sickos, you're going to do 400,000 viewers eventually.
Effing Meltzer.
Know that SmackDown actually went over and everything?
Yeah.
You know,
What's the point?
the point is SmackDown.
What are you getting at here?
That the DVRs didn't pick it up.
Did they not pick it up?
Mine didn't.
Let's get into everybody's favorite moment, and it is called Dave Meltzer's Dumb Moment of the Week.
What would you like to listen to in your ears?
I'd like to hear the flute.
Well, if you'd like to flaunt your flute, then we can find you a flautist.
Because we just secured the bag.
It doesn't help me.
Okay, so complain, but
I will complain.
Let me have my misery.
And when I heard that, I was like, what?
Thank you, fuck you, bye, boom.
You got to run a promotion for everybody. The sickos can be the ones that buy tickets first and spend the most money on the merchandise.
Because we just secured the bag.
But, like, you got to promote for everybody. Then you'll have a lot of viewers.
I think we proved a lot of so-called experts. We made them look like idiots. We're not going anywhere. Tony Khan's not going anywhere.
You'll also be there on TNT. You'll be in 2 places at once. You'll be all like my favorite movie. Time God. This is so great, Pittsburgh.
It's not like I tried to be a character. It sort of happened naturally.
The best guy is Tony Khan.
To keep themselves safe.
What's happening, guys? Happy Monday afternoon or noontime or morning, depending what part of the world you are in. What's happening, guys? Welcome to another eclectic edition of Netflix and Phil Monday's PWT live show. I am your host, the infallible, the fanatical, and the quite frank Phil Mars. Pretty early to be dropping F-bombs, but it's the soundboard. It's not me, okay? How you guys doing, man? Welcome to everybody, all 55 of you who are tuned in right now as we get this show on the road. It's weird, right? I started last Monday Night Raw or Monday Day Raw. I fucking started it right when Raw was starting, right? Like, I think we were 2 minutes in, Cena was making his entrance, and I popped on the air. This time I was like, man, let me start a little bit earlier because there's just some more stuff with this whole Jon Moxley debacle that I wanted to cover, because then we get reactions from some of the experts. So you guys can see in the title there, the title of this video. We have Cornette, Dave Meltzer, Vince Russo, Brian Alvarez, Al Snow, more names that I couldn't fit in the title. They all react to the Jon Moxley disgusting botch, whatever you want to call it, with the spiked nails. I'm going to react to their reactions, and that's going to be awesome. We also have John Cena returning to face Cody Rhodes. We're in Glasgow, Scotland. Apparently Drew McIntyre begged to get on this show. Joe Hendry could appear. I'm not saying it. Are you, you know? 1.2 million watching PWT on Max. Yeah. So on Wednesday, we're going to have somebody very knowledgeable come in and break down some of these graphs and some of this. I won't bore you guys too badly with it, but yeah, we're going to have some like Max talk and some ratings situation, some earning, what AEW's actually earning. And again, why are we interested? Well, because everyone wants to talk shit. So let's actually look at this stuff and analyze it for ourselves, and not, you know, and not just trust Meltzer because he doesn't know what the hell he's ever talking about anymore. If you guys haven't yet, the clip of myself and Big Trouble Ben Bishop coming off the back of his match with the legendary Nick Nemeth. He did a Dave Meltzer Dumb Moment of the Week with me. So yeah, make sure you guys check that out if you haven't. There's a clip that was uploaded. I think it dropped last night or today or something. So today I have a couple guests joining me, maybe 3 or 4 as well, actually, joining me for this Raw watch along today. I thought I'd switch it up a little bit. You know, I like to just keep you guys on your toes with how the content, you know, comes in. And Mondays, I typically am always solo. I don't think I've ever had anyone on a Monday show. Maybe once I've had someone pop in, but typically I just ride solo. So today we're going to bring a couple buds in who hopefully are here and able to watch Raw. It's weird. I like these early shows. I do like them, you know. So for Saturdays, wow, we had a huge turnout too. It was insane. It was absolutely insane. But Saturdays, if there's no PLEs or whatever, I'm going to try and start a little early, like I did last time, because we just had so many people watching, and I felt like I was in my perfect stride there. Mondays, I prefer when Raw's on earlier. I know that this is a luxury. I think it's this way going into Mania, though, so that's pretty awesome. We have the Intercontinental title match. Fuck, man, if they put it on Penta right now, I'm gonna be like, what? This booking, you know, if we're really to start dissecting here, you know, Triple H could do with just chilling out and saving some of these for Mania, you know, but I get it. He's trying to keep everyone on their toes, and I like that aspect of it. But at the same time, it seems as though he was right. We're just getting multi-man bullshit for the IC title, and it seems that way for the US title too. So I don't know, man. We'll talk about that as the show goes on.
Allegedly.
As well. As everyone files in, make sure you run the likes up. Phil Marks Out is my channel where I do pop culture stuff. So check that out. And yeah, I got my Daredevil reviews. I didn't get 3 up because I'm actually working on like another video for that channel that's really cool. And if you guys like those, then I'm going to do something similar on this channel as well. Right? That I'm working on, little top secret stuff. Not reinventing the wheel here, but just bringing you guys some scripted stuff and some more fun interactive type stuff. But anyways, we have the face off here. Of course, we can't wait for that. I bet it kicks off the show again. So you got to think Cena needs to get the hell out of there again for whatever his schedule's like. Jey Uso has a mystery partner. I'm not sure. I don't even care to guess. You know, who gives a shit? No, chat, you guys let me know who is the mystery partner for Jay. I just don't who could it be? I think it'll be Joe Hendry. No, say his name and he appears, and then the place erupts for Joe Hendry because he's on the WWE World stuff for WrestleMania, right? So you got to think. I don't know. I think that's the move, and I think that's what we're gonna get. But me saying it's gonna jinx it now, you know what I mean? It's not gonna happen. Or maybe it'll be one of the infamous Phil callouts. You know what I mean? Where like I fucking nail it. So we'll revert back to this. But I'm like, it's Joe Hendry, but I don't want to jinx it by throwing it out in the universe. But we just did it anyways. And then we have the IC title. Raquel versus Lyra. So Lyra's going to get a win. Double ICs on the line here. Lyra's going to get the win. And I'm worried they're going to put that shit on Penta right off the bat. Right? So if anybody's going to deliver Penta his first singles loss, it should be Breaker, and that doesn't hurt Penta. The sickos, look, see Penta go back. You know, they're all gonna freak out, but that's all dumb, right? The true the true thing. Like, if you had a federation, what you would do is this. You've been building Braun Breaker up for years. Penta's on a hot streak. Cool. He's going to win and lose over time, over his career. So it's like you just have Breaker, like that's an accolade for him for a while. He's the only guy to beat Penta one-on-one so far, right? And then they can feud like they have been. So, yeah, I think Breaker needs to defend his title right here tonight. Okay. This guy, Tone Hunter, saying, legit, this is the best YouTube channel for wrestling. It's for the normals, not the sickos. No, I don't know. I think we're all sickos. Like, I cop, like, yeah, I'm a sicko. I watch fucking AEW every week, right? But I get what you mean. We're not like the dementoid sickos that are like harassing female wrestlers that have us angsty and aggravated, have us hot and bothered in the wrong way, because it's, you know what I mean, because we have access to the internet or whatever, and we're like angry because we we're frustrated fucking basement dwellers. It's not like that, but I get what you're saying. But we're for sure wackos. If you're tuning into a wrestling YouTube show, like, you're sick enough down the sicko hole, right? But the lack of the bias, thank you. I try to just shoot fair. I believe well, it's not even a believe. It's just true if, like, let's say this is a political channel, or let's say if on my Phil Marks Out channel, I'm just like leaning one way or the other, you get pushed way harder. So I feel like I'm grinding hard out here because I try to just be fair, and I'm a dumbass. I don't know anything, right? So it's like we just react to what the other people put out there. So thank you for that. Buddy, I appreciate you for saying that, and that nice compliment. We're not the militant wing of the Salvation Army. Yeah, dude. Anyways, though, let's get into like some Phil Marks bookmarks. So let's get into some reactions. I don't have there's a new folder in Phil Marks bookmarks, right? And it's called interviews. So when I have, instead of just writing and linking everything in a notepad like an idiot, I'm like, oh, I could just whip out the bookmarks for when I'm like interviewing Big Trouble Ben Bishop. Go and check that out if you haven't seen it, right? And I can just bookmark stuff and then cross-reference back, da-da-da. So I was like, let me make a new one. But it's also I'm going to use it for like run-ins and shit too. So just ignore it. Out of sight, out of mind, until your boy Phil's like, here it is. This is what we're going to talk about. So today, what we're going to talk about before Raw starts, right? Which is why I hopped on early, is we have reactions from Vince Russo, bro. Bro, listen, I invented Stone Cold. Jon Moxley, Steve Austin, you are not, bro. And then Al Snow's like, yeah, come again? No, barbecue sauce. But that is a funny joke. And then we have Cornette's reaction. Of course, he did like a 30-minute video on it. We have Meltzer, like extremely excited, believe it or not. Very excited. He was very happy with this spot and this match. Rated it like 4 stars or something. So we have some reactions from some of the pros, bro. Some of the pros in wrestling, where we castrate the marks, bro. Because I invented wrestling, bro. So we're gonna get his reaction first. Here's Vince Russo, and shout him out, by the way, Al Snow, who I'm just a huge fan of. And yeah, let's see. It's funny too, the Hameen Media Group, they're like tagging Awful Wrestling and Neckbeards because they know they're gonna retweet it. You know what I'm saying? And so not hiding their bias at all with the Hameen Media Group. So let's check in with what Barrow had to say, and Al Snow, the Barrow and Snow pod, Barrow on the brand. Okay, let's look here.
Price to pay for Moxley from this stunt, and that's all it is. Again, we've talked about it numerous times on the show each week. This is a stunt. This is all that is.
Look at it being pulled out, and it's what Al Snow's saying. It's a stunt. It's like when Chris Angel hangs himself from hooks by his shoulder skin or whatever. It's not there's no allusion to that. He's just stupid,
Stunt wrestling. It's done for a momentary shock and awe. There is no long-term benefit to it. There is no long-term emotional.
Unless Mox was like a baby face, and then he's like, look what you did to my back, my family, what happened to me, you know? And there, it's not like the comeuppance because all of the phony kidnappings and it's early in the show. Schmurder of attempts, right? Bobby Schmurda. Right? About a week ago. But okay, you guys get what I'm saying, right? Those were cheesy and phony. And then like you'd kidnap FTR, then they'd just be back on TV and they're like, oh, my family. You prevented me from making money for my family, even though I have a guaranteed contract, you know? And they would just pop back up and it's like, well, what happened? Are we just not going to talk about what happened? You know, did they bring you to a Diddy party? What's going on here? So yeah, this is just gross. And we, of course, we broke it down indelibly, if you will, on the previous live show, I want to say. But anyways, enough of what I have to say. Let's get back to Bro and Snow show, bro.
Payoff for it. There's no building of heat. There's no one that's going to get over for it. It's clearly an ego-driven thing of, hey, look how tough I am, and you think this business is fake. Well, I'm going to show you it's real in a real way. All poor decisions. And the worst thing about this, again, now keep in mind, and
I think Moxley didn't think it would stab in him. I thought he thought it would just like poke him and he'd kind of bounce off it and it would like maybe puncture him for a second and then just sort of bounce out, you know, because there's enough spikes there. But it's like, no, that's not how this works, you know? I explained it last show. It's in that moment, you're the watermelon. Like when they show you the bed of nails, they explode like a melon on it first. They drop a melon, but then the guy doesn't drop himself on it. He lays down gently, right? And then that way you can stack another bed, put a fucking cinder block, a motorcycle, a woman, right? Whatever you need to do, you can stack it on top of the guy. So I think Moxley's so dumb he thought that's what would happen, but he doesn't realize, like, no, that's not how it works, you know? You're fucking dumb, you know?
Have said this, look, it's not my circus, not my monkeys. And I had a conversation in my history class last night about this kind of behavior. Told a couple stories about a couple things and my part in instigating it to make it worse. Because if you're stupid enough to do shit like this, then I'm going to facilitate it. Like, go do it. All right. But this is bad business. And it's not just bad business for AEW. It's bad business for everyone. It is no wonder that we are still continuously looked down upon by the mainstream entertainment industry, even though we are just as much a factor in modern cult.
That's what I mean. Like, do you guys think this will get wrestlers on the Screen Actors Guild and all that shit? No, and they don't give a fuck. So, the righteous and fair and the free wrestling company, but we'll freeze your contract and pull your merch and do shit like this, which instead of like trying to, Tony could be the arbiter of like, yeah, we're gonna help these guys unionize and shit, or at least get them recognized. But once that happens, he can't then, you know, the game's over for him. He benefits more by being like, I'll give you 10 million for 2 years, Edge, or whatever. And it's fucked, man. It is kind of fucked. Not that, I mean, whatever. I'm all for like the independent contractor thing if that's the road you choose, you know. But it's just a matter of like Moxley doesn't care. His checks are clearing. He's getting his 3 million. He doesn't give a fuck how this impacts the future. Jack Cartwheel or one of these kids on Evolve, right? He doesn't give a fuck. So I don't know. And I'm not saying WWE people, what about WWE? They're not, I know, but they're at least like opening the door now for their wrestlers and saying, go do movies and stuff. Not that AEW's not, but once that happens, then they get under the Screen Actors Guild and all of that sort of stuff. It's like Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. This is very backwards for like the progressive wrestling company. That's like, oh, just wait till the match. Like Adam Devine was talking about, oh, at the pay-per-view, it was bloody, it was awesome. And I seen some sicko be like, oh, wait, the masses are going to start waking up. No, dude, Adam Devine's a fucking weirdo. Have you ever listened to his pod? He's a weird dude. Like, no, he enjoyed again, okay, so you found a guy who belongs to the niche of the niche. Okay. Did he see this? Did he like this? Right? Because there's death matches in GCW and shit that don't go that hardcore, right? A gusset, people take the gussets like in the chest. That's way less, like this is way worse than a gusset. Let me just put it that way, right? So who knows? Would Adam Devine like looking at gusset spots? Like that's the thing. How new is he? All he admitted was, I never watched AEW before, and then I was at the show. They let me choke slam a guy in the ring, and then I watched that Ospreay cage match live, and it was crazy, which I'm sure it was, right? I don't even hate the match. I just thought it underdelivered, but it's just a matter of like, well, what if he sees this? Then what? You know? What if he follows it every week? Then what? You know? So, yeah, anyways, it's taken us a minute to get through this because I can't help but rave or rant and rave, rather. And rave, not always necessarily a positive thing, right? But about this spot and just how ridiculous it is, right? Because I'm somebody who has defended hardcore shit and death spot shit, death match stuff. And we used to review it early on PWT. It's like, I'm not against it at all, but it's just the stupidity of Moxley to where, or at least, yeah, they should have done this on a pay-per-view where there was all normal matches and then this happened on the pay-per-view and then Edge spears him and wins, and then that's the end of it, right? Because look at this. It looks like I made the joke, it looks like he got attacked by a fucking ogre. Like he went searching for trolls in a cave and came out with a fucking spike in his back. This is ridiculous.
Pop culture and then the American culture of this country in regards to entertainment
why not? Okay, what's the next spot? Mox just like, why doesn't he Edge just baseball swing that fucking thing into Mox's back next time? What's the diff? You know what I mean? That's where it's at. I mean, where do we go from here? And that's not the end. He choked out the fucking guy who did that to him. You know what I mean? It's way too like, okay, do this and then Mox gets beat and then we don't see him for 3 months or something. Okay, I would have at least been like, at least they did that and they gave Edge the moment. No, he gets bulldog choked with a guy with a fucking mace sticking out of his back.
As the music industry, as the film industry, as the sporting industry, we are just as prevalent. We are a multi-billion-dollar industry, and we look like we're a bunch of carnival barkers and freaks sitting here doing stuff like this.
For the sickos, man. So that's Al Snow and Vince Russo. Vince Russo didn't really say a lot, bro. Plenty in Pixel Art for 5 says that implies you believe Moxley is capable of thinking ahead. Yeah, I am. I've seen trilogies, man. It's cool. We think in threes, bro. Oh my God. Adam D has been a member for 2 months. Thank you so much, guys. Consider becoming a member, 99 cents. Thank you so much. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Yeah, this is great. Cam in chat says, don't watch then. We don't want you. Yeah, that's the problem, bro. So like, I buy every fucking pay-per-view, right? I cover this shit. I promote it. I'm the dude who's in here trying to be so optimistic all the time. And you fucking sick redax come in here and go, don't watch it then. Meanwhile, 200,000 people a year are jumping off the fucking train. And I'm still trying to hang in there. I'm still standing. And you're crying about it and saying, don't watch. Trust me, people aren't watching. It's a fucking problem. Right? That's the problem. Okay? And guys, don't bully him out of here. No, we don't need to dogpile him on. And he needs, right? He's welcome here to voice his opinion. But bro, you're barking up the wrong tree. It's like, I support this shit so much to a detriment to where it's like, what the fuck? I care, dude. That's the problem, right? So I actually give a shit, you know?
Just then,
for instance, like, I'm not just sitting here going, Mox is an idiot. He's a plumber, schlub, bum. I'm not just saying that. I'm saying, dude, what about the future wrestlers now? He doesn't give a fuck because he gets his $3 million. It's so funny because we all like to clown Hulk Hogan. Oh, yeah, Hulk Hogan, brother. We all like to clown ATM Eric Bischoff and the old WCW days. They're doing the exact same thing in AEW, where people are super rich, their friends are hired, they all get to do their own creative, and they just don't give a fuck about the future. And yet we're applauding it now like seals. Yeah, it's so good. Why? No, fuck you, right? I will keep fighting. You just keep sitting there and eating your fucking pig slop and just going, okay, yeah, it's good just because it's not the Fed. I hate Vince. It's not the Federation. You know, fuck all that, dude. No. Constructive crit. And hey, you don't like it? Go back to my show where I'm ripping CM Punk and Seth. Oh, I bet you don't talk about WWE, Drone. I was just ripping Punk and Seth for their cage match. I just ripped it. You're here. It's Monday. We did that on a Raw. Welcome, baby. Welcome. Watch. I probably might rip something up on this Raw too if you sit around. Okay. So, yeah. Welcome, freaks. We have so many new people. We're blowing up so big. We have so many new people all the time. So welcome. If you guys don't know my stance, fence, sit, and fill here. Okay. I try my best with this AEW shit. It's been really bad the last couple of years though. If you've been a fan since day one, like myself, they've bitch slapped you in the face the last 2 years as a fucking fan of AEW. Anyways, though, here's what Jim Cornette had to say. I implore you all, and shout out Heckle with just a fucking brilliant friend of the show, Travis Heckle, a brilliant artwork here. Especially if you hear the whole clip. It's like 25 or half an hour. Go check it out. We're not going to watch the whole thing. We're going to listen to this 2-minute and 50-second clip that Heel Uzi posted. And let's get into it.
Just then, Edge grabs Moxley with the bat laying on the ground and gives him a suplex, and Moxley lands back first on the bat, and the spikes stick in his back.
And remember, we had a former wrestler break this down, send me in a message, breaking it down, and he even pointed out, he's like, dude, the leather straps, the nails go through a leather piece that's loose. He's like, so even that, like, no one, like, even that was so stupidly done. Like, they weren't even, like, solidly in place. There's room for them to move around and shit, and the leather's, like, nailed to the fucking board. So bad. Anyway, sorry, Jim will break this down more expertly probably than anybody, so.
Bat, and the spikes stick in his back. Now we're not talking about steel spikes that impaled him up to a depth of 6 inches. It's like, I guess, stepping on a Lego or whatever the fuck. These things stuck in, and there were enough of them. Even a half-inch deep. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, like I'd say it wasn't, it was like an inch or two for sure to stick to his skin like that. And that's why I bring up the gussets. It's like those go what, like a half inch into your skin, and that's not like that bad if you think about it, But it's the fact it was like stuck in there so grotesquely. It was so not planned out, I don't know how to word that. Unplanned, is that a fucking word? Like, it wasn't thought out properly. And who knows if Mox even meant to do that? Do y'all think he might have meant to like land on the wood part? No, probably not. I'll take the spikes. I'm Sonic now. And then I'll do a somersault, and then I'll run really fast, and then I'll bulldog choke you. Like, what the fuck?
Fucking idiot. But they stuck in deep enough, and there were enough of them that it was stuck in his skin, and you could see it pulling his skin, and he could stand up with the bat in his back, and it was hanging off of him, and the referee was looking and didn't know what to do, and they fucking He's
Just at a
walking
loss
around
for-
with it in his back.
Just at a loss for words.
And it looks like some kind of goddamn insane clown posse juggalo fucking dinner party or some bullshit.
Yeah.
That's my favorite album of theirs, Juggalo Dinner.
Juggalo dinner party. Brian Last. Amazing.
Well, they did have good horse de-overs. But again, the idiot took a bump on sharp plastic spikes, if that's what indeed it happened. Hold on now, there's more. Suddenly, here comes Wheeler Useless, and he runs in and gives Edge the big knee, and then he's trying to pull the bat out of the back, and he can't. So then suddenly, again, here's his teammate with a bat stuck in his back. He can't figure out how to get it out. So then suddenly he jumps out of the ring, runs around, and jumps up in Edge's arms so Edge can powerbomb him through a fucking table on the floor at ringside.
That's what I mean too. Like then they just start freestyling. Like, okay, I'm just like, who knows if they had it set up, but the timing's off because he's trying to pull this thing out. I have no clue, but that's exactly what it was. He just runs up to him, gets powerbombed, and then when they're in the ring, they still don't have the spike bat out, and then they just start like clotheslining Edge in the corner. Like clothesline, and you're just sitting, and then they're like trying not to show it on camera, and you're just sitting there thinking like, this is the worst match ever, man. Like Edge better win this. He better spear everybody and get the W here. No, like there's no way that wasn't supposed to be like the finish, but they couldn't get the spike out of his back. No, they go into like spear through the table. This shit happens. That shit happens. Bulldog choke. Edge loses. Like, where do you go from here? Mox has survived an exploding barbed wire super kick boot to the face, to the fucking head, and a macing to the back. It's just insanity.
So you think Moxley must have said,
no, it makes him hardcore and he rules. Don't you remember ECW? ECW fucking died. And yes, when I was young, yes, you're like, ooh, that's taboo because you only saw a bit of it. Right? And that's how this stuff works. It works in you know how this would work if the FTW title was just Moxley's division and they're like, this is the FTW rules, hardcore rules, anything goes, and then Moxley just brought like the more modern death match element and it was like their death match division. And then this isn't like the main thing. Like this is the main thing of your show, dude. Right? When you're rolling out Rizzler plushie dolls to sell to who? Right? I'll show you who. We know the type of, I'll show you an example of the type of kids that I guess are at these shows, which is fine. I'm not a Karen, you know, but anyways, let's get through what Jim has to say here.
let the referee get it out. Go do your spot. And then the referee.
Yeah, see, Jim just called it. I didn't even listen to this full thing prior.
Pulled the bat out.
Have you noticed the fans groan when Wheeler Yuta appears in these? Because it's always a run-in to help Moxley near the end.
They get dead silent. Same with Garcia. They could not give a fuck less.
The fans groan when it happens.
Yes, and so do I. And again, here's the thing. Of course, the bat sticking in his back. People are going, ah, but we'll talk about the psychological implications here momentarily. But the point is, in the middle of this, now they've just completely lost track of what the fuck's going on. Because it's supposed to be a world title match, but now this other guy.
Yeah, so he just continues to break it down. Break it down.
Just then.
Shout out Jim Cornette. So here is I guess, a quick. And let me set this up here. I got to switch screens. I'll check in with chat and we will, as I set this up here. Or here, we'll check in with chat in just a moment, okay? Because I have this set up here, so I just want to. This is an impromptu. Let me see here. Boom. You guys can see that. This is an impromptu, I guess, Dave Meltzer's dumb moment of the week. A little Brian sprinkled on top. So nice, had to hit it twice. So here is their take on the whole. We're gonna watch this whole 7-minute thing or whatever. And here's their take on the whole Moxley stuff that went down here. And Dave, so George Capture, the top mod of the Top Pod, DM me, and he's like, dude, it sounded like Dave was pleasuring himself when I listened to it. He's like, it was legit concerning. And I was like, dude,
You what?
I would not be shocked, you know. But anyways, here's their take. We saved the best for last. Yeah.
For checking out this video, don't forget, like and subscribe.
Don't like that's right. Go and like and subscribe to my shit right now.
We had Mox and Adam Copeland for the AW title in a street fight. And they start backstage brawling, and then Copeland tries to steal the briefcase. Moxley sends him into a bay door and takes off. They brawl into the crowd. They brawl around ringside. Moxley's trying to choke him out. End up with a paradigm shift on the announce table on Copeland. So Mox works him over for a while. And then big superplex. They show Prince Nana watching backstage. And then Copeland gets his bat covered in nails. He gets in the ring, and Mox hits a cutter. Mox sets up a table in the corner. Copeland gets the bat, and he whacks him in the gut with the bat. And then he puts this bat on the ground with all of the nails pointing up.
Think about just what he's been saying this whole time. It's utterly fucking ridiculous. And yeah, I don't know, man. We changed Brian's name. It's not Lion Brian anymore. It's Tryin' Brian, okay? Because he's trying at least to, you know, get through this and give Dave, like, you know, he's trying to be, you can tell he's like disgustingly getting through this himself. But he's going to be like, oh, it's kind of, yeah, 4 stars, you know, but he's trying, okay?
And he gives Moxley a vertical suplex onto this bat. And this bat
in his
got
back.
stuck in Moxley's back.
The nails got stuck in his back.
I don't know if that's what he intended, but it happened. And so he sat up.
But I mean, the thing, aside from getting it stuck, when the referee and Wheeler Yuta tried to get the thing off him, like they couldn't get it.
Well, here's
off
the
him
thing.
that easy.
He gets his bat stuck in his back, and he sits.
Yeah, his bat's just stuck in his back, you know, just casual, like a fucking scoop slam.
It's up, and man, he realizes that he's got a bat stuck in his back, and so
He's got nails stuck in his back.
Well, it's nails. It's not a bat, Brian. Well, actually, it was technically nails. No, it was the whole thing, like the nails. And this is the thing, right? Dave knows what that wrestler sent me last live show. Dave knows that. Someone told him, well, no, Dave, it was actually the nails were strapped to the leather. So, and then the leather was nailed to the wood. So technically the wood. Dave he can't just, a bat. If I went, it's the same thing with this fucking suplex off of the cage. If I ask somebody, just a normal person, hey, is that a bat stuck in that guy's back? They'd be like, holy shit, that's a bat stuck in that guy's back. Oh, technically it was the nails, Brian. Well, except for Tony Khan texted me, Brian. And in fact, it was nails.
Brian.
Right? I get text from Tony Khan. You don't study the business, Brian. You don't study the deathmatch business.
Best guys, Tony Khan.
Just stupid, man.
Not a bat.
He is
it's
going
the nails.
It's not the bat. Brian's like, bro, to regular fucking people, it's a bat. It's just like the suplex off the cage. Right? Well, Seth wasn't standing on the cage, so it wasn't technically off the cage, you fucking marks. Or are you more of a marky, smarky Mark in the Funky Bunch? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? If you go to a regular person, it looks to them like Punk's laying on top of the cage and gets suplexed off it. if you go to a regular person and go, oh yeah, that bat's stuck in that guy's back. Like, Dave, what do you think Brian's saying? That he like it's Mortal Kombat and it's like finish him, and the guy sticks a baseball bat impales him through the chest with it, and there's like the wooden blunt instrument sticking through his chest, through his back. Like, is that what Dave thinks we're talking about? Or Brian's trying to, like, Dave, stop with your semantical bullshit. God damn it. Sorry. Continue. We get a minute in and I'm already raging at this guy.
Milk this for all it's worth. And he slowly gets to his knees. And I think the referee asked, like, do you want me to take it out of your back? And he said, no. Like,
no, that's not what happened. The referee went there and started pulling on it, and then it didn't work. And then Yuta's, and then Brian's like, and he milked it for what? Like, it was him selling. No, it was him legitimately going, there's a fucking, Moxley doesn't sell shit. And you can tell from after they get the bat out of his back, and then Edge spears him through the table, and Mox is fucking laying there, and he's like looking around. And it's like, you're on television, bro. Like, sell this shit. And so, and people go, what do you want him to do? It's like, well, sell it properly, you know? Like, you were a WWE world champ. This is crazy. So yeah, what Brian's trying to say is, like, he's trying Brian. He's trying to, like, make it better than it was. Or like, oh, Moxley's selling it for what it's worth. Dude, he had a bat lodged in his back. You know, well, just the nails fell. It was actually just the nails.
Some conversation. And so you never saw a guy so slowly get to his feet and so dramatically slowly walk around the ring like he's Frankenstein with this thing sticking out of his back. I mean, he milked this for all it was worth. And then Wheeler hits the ring. He lays out Copeland, and he goes to take this bat out of Moxley's back, and he can't get it out of his back.
Yeah.
And so, you know, he goes to do something else, and then the referee comes over, and now the referee's got
trying. Brian knows better, bro. The ref tried to get it out first. If I'm mistaken, maybe I'm wrong. It looked like the ref was like pulling on it, and then he's like, no, whatever the fuck. The ref is the one also who communicates between the wrestlers, guys. So instead of Mox yelling across, hey, there's some shit stuck in my back, I need a minute, the ref has to run over to Edge and tell him, especially with the fucking table spot or whatever that was coming up. And with Jim's dissection, what my belief is that I think Mox was supposed to go out of the ring after that shit. And I think he's like, you run and take that table spot. And that's why Yuta just ran up and took that fucking spot or whatever. Because I don't know, whatever. I'm listening to these are the experts, supposedly. I'm just taking their shit and I'm sort of puzzle piecing it together myself. But that's irrelevant, right? None of that even matters. What matters is how fucking Brian's trying to spin this thing here. Like it was some genius sell job. Hey, dude, let me just stab you with this sword. See how good you sell it. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're going to take a long time getting up from that, dude.
The black gloves on, and he's trying to get this thing out of Moxley's back. And finally, they got it out of the guy's back. And Moxley goes to the corner, and he just hung out for a long time after that bat got removed. So then we got 8,000 people hitting the ring. We had
Claudio and Pac.
Claudio, and then Pac, and then FTR, and everybody's brawling.
Marina
Copeland spears Mox through the table. Marina breaks it up. Willow hits the ring, and then Kip Sabian
all
hits the ring.
Too. He's not saying that it's all sloppy and all over the place, other than Willow. She was like the only person who had like her timing down and fucking played the crowd the right amount and shit, you know?
Wayne hits the ring. Nick gives Copeland the Wayne's World. Copeland kicks out, but Mox puts him in the Bulldog choke and gets the submission.
Imagine you've never watched it and you're just hearing them describe all that shit. You're like, what the fuck? I'm never, ever going to watch this. You know, you'd never watch it. So ridiculous.
Absolutely fucking insane.
Yes. So Nick Wayne was the one who ended up costing Copeland the match in the end.
Mostly. Copeland did kick out of it.
Yeah, so Nick Wayne was the one. Like, Dave, what the fuck up.
But he then did fall.
But he
Dave's trying to tell the story for Tony Khan. This is what he does, chat. We chronicle it here at PWT. He's trying to let us know, well, it's Nick Wayne, so Edge is going to spear Nick Wayne. Like he's trying to tell us where Tony's going with the story. Well, Edge is going to be mad at Nick Wayne because Nick Wayne technically cost him the match here the most. Out of the 700 people who kicked Edge's ass, it was Nick Wayne because he hit that move that cost him the most. Because this is fucking amateur hour. Amateur night at the Apollo in a fucking video game in Tony Khan's head, right? And so because Nick Wayne hit that one move on him that after everyone did a million fucking moves to him, that one move cost him the most because it did the most damage. It was the last person that touched him. So the other 12 people don't matter. And they're doing that so that Edge can go after Nick Wayne and then Christian and Edge tangle up again. And that's ultimately what's going to happen here. And Dave Meltzer's just stooging it because he's a fucking idiot. And he texts Tony Khan stooges everything. So
I choked immediately, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
So hopefully they immediately gave Moxley a tetanus shot. He drove 10 hours in the fucking snow to do that.
Yeah.
And then back. And so, holy smokes. So then Copeland asked Dax to help him up. Dax walks off. Cash goes after him. Dax shoves him, walks off on his own.
Yeah, I scaled down from Mount Fiji. I was up there with Darby Allin. And I was with Liam Neeson in the movie Wolves or whatever it's called. Yeah, it was cool. And then it was like Ice Road Truckers. And I drove in a big truck and I was like vroom vroom through the Coca-Cola.
Cash helps Copeland to his feet. They hug. And then Cash leaves to see what's up with Dax. So I wasn't expecting a split of FTR.
No.
Nor do I think we'll get it. I think this is probably one of those swerve deals where you think they're going to split up and instead they both turn heel and take out Copeland.
I think so.
But he got a standing ovation afterwards.
Yeah.
Adam Copeland. Miles better than the pay-per-view match.
Yeah. I mean, it was
and
better.
A much hotter crowd.
How was that better than the pay-per-view match? Miles better. Hard disagree. What was good about that match before any of that shit? Think about all the shit he read off. Oh, that was miles better. Well, that's sort of like dissing. That's not a good thing, bro. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, well, it was a much hotter crowd. Yeah, well, I mean, it also wasn't, it also
they didn't position it in the middle of the show as opposed to 5 hours in after a cage match and
I mean
double juice matches and all that
yeah.
craziness.
Yeah, it was a lot. And this one they got to do the wild match. On the pay-per-view.
Yeah, they did.
They went out there to do a wrestling match after the wild matches. And this one, it was everybody else had to follow it, but you know what? I mean, it was like the crowd was hot, and I heard the crowd was hot all through Collision too. So I mean that was the one thing I heard that they were very happy with the crowd because in a cold.
How is that? Oh, they were really happy with the crowd. Yeah, so was the fucking local cover band who get 50 people to turn out. Like, what does that mean? What does that Evolve? The people who wrestle at Evolve in front of 12 people are probably happy for the crowd. Like, what does that really mean? It's just always these obscure. Sorry, we don't. I don't want to just shit on AEW right now, but it's like, what does that fucking mean, bro?
Cold night and everything, even though it's not necessarily cold in the building.
They were just really loud and hot. Okay. That's great. I know we all love that. Okay. It doesn't stop people from picking apart these Raw shows. Last week, that's what everyone was saying. Oh, I thought the crowd's supposed to make it better. That's literally what Dave and that's what Tony Khan's sitting there going, oh, well, the crowd was great. And they thought it was great, so it's great. Justified. Piped in, you deserve a chance. Like, what does that mean? Why is it? I don't know. Why don't people come at Dave why am I an asshole for going at Dave when it's like you could just go at him for that? He's saying the same thing that you sickos are claiming the E-drones are saying. What the fuck?
sometimes on a cold night with bad weather, the crowd's not necessarily going to be so into everything. And again, 4+ hour show.
He just made that up. On a cold night with bad weather, the crowd's not going to be that much into thing. And then meanwhile, you go to Jim Cornette. He's like, well, it was Christmas, 1974. It was a Monday night. Fucking place was packed, and they were throwing the babies in the air, So Dave, again, it's like when you go 30% roughly. It's like, were you there? Well, no, my correspondent texted me. Like, shut up, Dave.
Show, 4.5 hour show. And maybe a little even longer, but you're roughly 4.5 hour show. By the end, you often get tired. And I heard that the crowd was very up for the last match, which was the Jalisco man.
If you love this
whoop-de-doo, Basil, what does it all mean? And these are the type of kids. So I'm like, think of the children. And people are like, what are you, some kind of Karen? Well,
I dare you to tell me I'll ground you.
this is the kind of kid, like, look, dude. And this is all good. I mean, if this is for show, people will be like, oh, what are you so uptight and everything? Listen, I don't know. It's funny. And the rules are, like, growing up for me, too, is like at the matches, you can get away with flipping people off, cursing, chanting along. But yeah, I mean, this is the spiked bat in the back, and they're going to sell Rizzler dolls to this little girl potentially. And I mean, yeah, they're eating it up here. So again, it's a niche of a niche, an already niche wrestling fan base. You're catering to the niche of that. I thought I popped for this interaction. People are getting uptight about it, but yeah, these little shitheads, I guess, are who. I mean, if their parents are cool, like, I don't know. I watched hardcore matches growing up, Mick Foley and all that stuff. I saw some thumbtack spots growing up and stuff like that. So the hardcore title was a prevalent thing. So am I one to speak? I don't know. I think that's different than like hypodermic needles and then an impaling with a bat and then guy falling off a crane and can't walk, and then you bring the Rizzler out there and it's like, okay, a guy getting pizza cutter during a Domino's commercial, attempted murders and stuff. They always say, oh, you don't want to be like WWE, but then there's a moment here with a kid and then the same sickos want to be like, well, you people say it should be for the kids too and stuff. It's like, yeah, but you don't get it. Like, that goes against what you motherfuckers say. You say you don't want it. I'm saying no, catering to kids is smart. And you doesn't mean catering to kids doesn't mean you're WWE automatically, right? But yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't want to be a Karen about this. I'm not going to tell anyone how to raise their kid. Craziness. And then they pull the belt out. I love that, though. I don't know. I popped for this as well. And I just wanted to bring this to the show and go, look, we question it. We're like, what about the kids? I don't know. There's a kid there having a good time. Does he get scarred for life from this? I don't know, man. I'm not going to be the one to be like, who are we catering this to, But yeah, I just think there's an identity crisis a little bit where it's like, okay, how much do you want to try and cross over? But that, ladies and gentlemen, here, I'm going to check in with chat here, but that was like our quick little news. Raw's on. Round of applause for that. We'll switch tabs over here. We have Raw on Netflixby. And yeah, it's good shit, pal.
This is Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, home to the NFL's Las Vegas Raiders at home 26th night for WrestleMania. And tonight, the road to WrestleMania takes us 4,902 miles away to the largest city in Scotland. This is Scotland.
So we're in Glasgow. Sorry about the dead air. Let me check in with chat. Mike Sausalis has been a member for 7 months. All hail the Illuminati. Hell yeah. Yeah. We need a fucking we need a symbol or something for that. You know what I mean? Can I get a yeet? For the Illuminati, Night Crow became a new member. Shout you out, Night Crow. Appreciate you very, very much. Memberships are 99 cents. Subscribing, liking, or disliking's free. Plenty in Pixel Art says trying, still crying, and occasionally lying. Brian. Yeah, that's exactly right, dude. Trying, still crying, and occasionally lying. It's your boy, Figure 4 Brian.
Brian.
Miss October 30 for 10 says this Saturday I'm taking my radiation health and safety test again at 8 a.m. Who? Next Sunday I start my EFDA expand function dental assistant. I will be busy for a while. Well, I'm fucking super happy you're here now. Try and tap in when you can if you need a brain break or whatever. You know what they say.
Sometimes in life you got to be a hoe.
All right? So you got to just tap in with PWT sometimes and be a little selfish. And good luck. You're going to pass it this time. You're going to knock it out of the park, I'm sure.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, John, I'm sure about that. And yeah, good luck on the EFDA. EFDA. And yeah, I'm sure we'll hear from you. Raw's about to start, I'm sure, with John Cena again. So let's lock in. Yep, we got Cena on deck. Crowd erupts. Turning this up. We're locked in for Raw. And I acknowledge our super chatters and members and everyone here today.
Acknowledge me.
Yeah, see, wearing the Glasgow gear, even though it's on a black shirt, it's Glasgow. Like, what did I tell you guys? I called that. The Illuminati, dude. It was prophesized, bro. Okay? I told you guys, he's just going to come out, hold up the towel like he used to, shill the merch. He's not smiling in everyone's faces, but he's just shilling the merch. That's the most heel shit he could ever do. Not cut his hair and grow a beard. That's lame. That's been done. It's all been done. Ooh, right? All been done. We are here for it, chat.
Millions of WWE fans were stunned last week as John Cena turned his back for the WWE Universe.
IWC shit all over no new merch, and it's like, yeah, that's the point, you morons. I know, dude. We just stay winning over here, dude. At PWT, the fucking W's for winning. Okay, dude? We just stay winning over here. There's nothing else we can do. It's like, we'll just keep pointing out this dumb shit and...
Even in Spain, for why he did what he did, it sold his soul to the final boss.
Yeah, chat, it's 2 p.m. where I'm at. I may have some people float in as well. I sent the link out. I just wanted to cover my little hot news first. Hopefully they can join in. If not, that's cool too. But we're here watching Raw. Damn, he's real healing. Joining us now on the show from Alt Jake's Takes On, it is Alt Jake. What's up, buddy?
Not much, my friend. How are you?
Doing good, man. Fucking listening to Cena here.
Yeah. In Glasgow, too. That's great. That's going to be a hot crowd.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's because you finally understand what is going on.
Yeah, I love this heel turn, though. I know that not everybody's for it, but I think it's great.
Yeah, it's been amazing. I'm so down.
Any one of you random ticket holders and rip you to shreds.
So now instead of freestyle rapping, Cena's like, I can point to any of you and pick you apart. And he will start doing that to people, and you know he's good at it. And I fucking love that.
Oh, shit. Green shirt guy's in the audience.
His poor, pathetic face was everywhere. WWE posted it. And you won't.
Fuck you, Cena. Fuck you, Cena. Nah, dude, fuck you guys, bro. Fuck y'all. You turned your backs on Cena. You turned your goddamn backs on Cena, bro. Grown-ass men dressed like him.
He loves this, too. He's been wanting to do this for decades.
The censor guy needs to just quit. You're not going to catch
Yeah.
them all. It's like...
Especially not with the Scottish. They're at a whole level of swearing.
For all of you whose best idea is to use vanity.
Yeah, don't swear at me.
You are the ones who love to watch and rewatch and meme a poor defenseless little kid being destroyed.
Yeah, dude, he's going to virtue signal and shame everyone. I love it.
Yes.
Tonight, you get to find out how I make you pay for the abuse.
This is Shatner at the Comic-Con SNL skit. Good pull, man. That's
Nice
what it is,
one.
dude.
For 25 years, I have listened to your lies and your noise.
This is awesome.
People are like, oh, he doesn't make his motivation clear. Like, why did they turn? It's like he's saying it, bro. They're fucking liars.
Liar!
Like, he said it, man. Like, he's still posting motivational posts on his Twitter and stuff. Like, and he's like, you guys don't live by this shit that I've been preaching. You just fake the funk.
Liar! Tell us what you know, you goddamn liar!
Makes so much sense. I love this. He has so much heat, man.
The smile on his face.
Yeah, and he is just lecturing the audience, as artist formerly known as Jabroni Jobber just said.
I've been learning from you, quizzing you, studying you, testing you, prodding you, rewarding you for playing along with your stupid, childish, curse-ridden nursery rhyme.
Is that before or after you started telling people to eat these nuts and ruck fools and shit like that?
Ruck fools. Oh my god.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Dude.
The doctor.
Dickory duck. This bitch was sucking my cock. Oh,
Corey Wilson was on my.
And when she bent over, Rover took over. Oh, he got a bone of his own. You know, like, what are you talking about, Dice Clay, dude? You talking about JD?
Just need to get Cena with the leather jacket and pop the collar.
You have been rats.
You have been rats in a cage. Calls them rats.
And I'll tell you what I learned from you. You thought I was tough. When I spoke, you were inspired. When I was edgy, you were excited. When I was vanilla, you were bored. When I was loyal, you were loved. When I was selfish, you were disrespected. When I speak in rhythmic tones, you say what?
Oh.
So simple.
See, he's calling everyone liars and stupid. That's the whole. People are like, well, why does he hate him? Because they're dumb and they're fucking liars and they're stupid. That's his motivation. The same reason I hate on Meltzer. It's so clear. There's not really, you know.
And the most important thing you ever told me was in April 2005. It was the day I gave you my greatest idea. I gave you the WWE Spinner Championship.
Yes, he's gonna rip up the spinner title now. Let's go. Rip that ugly ass shit trash belt that everyone has forced to carry around.
All you have to do is Google negative comments about the spinner belts. You all told me loud and clear.
See, dude, he's held this resentment for years. That's why he's gone so savage.
Because I changed your championship into a toy, and the championship is not a toy. The championship is a symbol.
He's still bitter and petty about the spinner belt.
That's why these promos are so great. There's so much realism to them.
So awesome, dude.
It's fantastic.
He's held on to this for all these years. Fuck you guys for hating on the spinner belt. All these kids are like, what? what's
Love
that?
belt?
In that one single moment, you were vulnerable enough to actually tell you what means the most to you in this life. And now that I know that, I am going to ruin wrestling.
I'm going to ruin wrestling, he says. You what? No, I'll tell you what it is with the spinner. The U.S. spinner, one of the fucking nicest belts ever made. And it suited his character so good. The WWE spinner, it's like, okay, Cena has the spinner. I get it. It's ugly, whatever. Then, like, Edge wins it from him and puts his own spinner in there.
Oh, yeah, the rated R one, yeah.
Everyone who wins gets this belt. It's like, no. And then eventually it didn't spin, but they just kept the shitty, like, Pimp My Ride design fucking blinged out. It's like, no, dude, fucking change this thing. This is
It just said champ on it, too. I always thought that was silly.
So he's killing it. He just ripped Ric Flair.
To win that championship.
Flair's going to melt down harder than he did on Kill Tony.
Of every superstar of this entire business, of every fan in this building, I will win that championship and retire with it.
Oh, CM Punk style. He's going to win the belt and retire with it, dude.
Because the real one comes home with me.
Nice.
I will be the last real champion in WWE.
So he's going to win the belt and retire with it, and then...
Revenge is best served cold. And I pay you back by ripping your heart out and forcing you to watch as I just walk away with your memories, with your traditions and your dreams, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Don't. Same format as last week. People are going to rip this up. Clearly, Cena's got a plane to catch or something, but I don't know. Hopefully they get physical this time, and it's not just talking again. Cena just fucking destroyed right there. And his motivations are clear, and I love that he's like, I'm going to win the belt and retire. Now, he doesn't mean I'm going to win it and retire right when I win it. He means, like, I'm going to win it, and then in my retirement tour, like, no one will take it from me.
Yeah.
So if he wins it, that doesn't mean he's retiring that night. It means, like, he's going to try and run away with it in this run. And very CM Punkish of him, right? Like, now.
Yeah. That's my first thought.
Like you live long enough to you either die the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. He's becoming like who was his arch nemesis, sort of in a way, right? Like kind of the way he sort of became the Joker, even though he fucking detests him so much, right? It's in The Dark Knight. Phil marks out. Subscribe to that channel, but but yeah, fucking. It's sort of like that. He's pulling the Punk here. Like, I'm going to dip out with the fucking belt and ruin your tradition and all this stuff. And that's really cool. And Cody Rhodes represents all of that stuff through his lineage and just the way he carries himself and the way, because he is a throwback, you know? Cody Rhodes is a throwback.
Oh, yeah. The way he holds the belt, even the way he carries the title, too.
Yeah. And when he gives the weight belt to the kid, that's like Bret Hart shit. That's what it reminds me of, you know? He's sort of like an amalgamation of a bunch of different, like, throwbacks, I guess. I don't know.
He's like the Voltron of baby faces. When you talk about the spinner belt, I did like it when Miz had it and he had the WWE turn to the M Like he had the logo turned upside down. That was a good use of it, but that was about the last one.
Marcus Smith in chat says he sounds like a butthurt ex. Yeah, that's the fucking point, dude. That's good. He just sounds like he's just whining like a little bitch, and we want to see him get beat up, for talking shit. So it works, man. Crowd's white hot. Dave Meltzer. Oh, they were really impressed with the crowd at Collision.
Even in the bad weather.
It's crazy, man. Before Cody Rhodes starts cooking, guys, make sure you subscribe also to Alt Jake's channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's at Alt Jake Takes On YouTube. Make sure you guys check that shit out.
Knocking on the door of 100 subs already.
Amazing, yeah. So he's at like 100
thanks,
subs, guys. Go get him over 100 subs, and yeah, that's he's dropping videos and shit too. Make sure you guys check that out. Cody Rhodes,
the daddy
They're all
cool
singing, amazing.
Yeah, we did a Sunday Night Spaces last night. I'm going to put up the clips of that probably after Raw today since it ends early.
Oh yeah, and you guys do spaces every Sunday. You and George, hey? Yeah.
Yep.
So make sure you guys check those out too on X.
Those have been fun so far. Done
All
3 in a row
Jake
now.
Takes On X, yeah.
You said you were going to take this.
Okay, we're listening in here. We're locked in.
Locked in.
Don't you think you need to take it away from me first?
Yeah, Rhodes talking that shit. Hopefully they get physical, man. Physical. We're gonna get physical.
I looked at you. I talked about old John. I talked about new John. I didn't look hard enough. Hearing it, seeing it now. You are clearly sincere. You are clearly angry, and you are clearly willing to capture the most dangerous John Cena has ever been.
The most dangerous John Cena's ever
You
been.
have made a massive mistake. And the mistake was not hitting me upside the head with this at the Elimination Chamber. No. The mistake was saying what you just said in front of these lovely people while I was in the building.
Hit that like button, folks. Run those shits up. If we get to 100 sweet on the Clips channel, I'm not going to fucking Jericho you guys to death today. Maybe I will, just for fun, but...
There's always people that love the Jericho.
Yeah, and at the different time, too, I get it. Like, most people have to watch a replay, I get it, but I ain't missing this, Raw's too lit.
Yeah.
Listen to this crowd right now. Collisions was better. Miss October 30 for 5 says the arena lightens up to the top to bottom compared AEW. We can see the crowd because it's full.
Yep.
Why hide them? Right? When it's empty, you make it dark.
Exactly, no pop.
So
Just to hold this one time. Just to validate.
you're absolutely right, Miss October.
You were saying that the
Who you got, Miss October 30? You got Cena or Cody Rhodes at Mania?
because of your vanity. You want to take this, right? That's what you said. You want to take it?
It's crazy that Cena just sits there and takes this shit. Speaking of take it, like he just takes all of Cody Rhodes' tongue lashings.
Oh, here we go.
Like he just gets abused and is waiting for Mania. Like, wouldn't Cody Rhodes just put hands on him for the fact he jumped him at Mania, right? And they do this talking shit after? I don't know. You got to milk it, though. I get it. Here we go. Laid the belt down. Come take it. John's going to cower. He's never backed down, right? Never backed down from a fight. Always fought, no matter who. 10 guys, the whole Nexus. Anybody.
Never give
Cena,
up. Always give up.
Powdering. Fucking running away like a little bitch, and that's
Takes his
so
towel
good.
and goes home.
And he's just doing the most basic heel shit, dude. It's just genius. Takes his towel, yeah. Ooh, so good, dude. You're right, man. This is so
incredible.
He's going back, and then he'll bitch out again.
Yep.
He won't actually go back and fight him. Right? He said it before. Like, you fans are just so easy to manipulate. Like, you make it too easy. See? Walks away. The dude who never backs down, he just backed down. Like, yeah. I don't know. People are going to cry about this shit. It's brilliant.
Right now, I need you to see me. I need you to see all of them. And I need you to understand that your psychotic need to take this does not outweigh our right to keep it. The champ is no longer standing there. The champ is standing in the center of this ring.
Cody Rhodes cooking again, saying he's standing in the middle of this ring. You're going to walk away empty-handed.
That is how you walk away from WrestleMania.
So you walk away from WrestleMania.
You walk away from the WWE.
And that's how you walk away from the WWE.
Man, Cody shines when he's got a good heel to go against.
Yep. And when Cody Rhodes says this, he didn't say, I promise. So if he was like, I promise you won't win, then for sure, like,
yeah,
Cody Rhodes can't break the promise. But he didn't say that. So at some point, Cody Rhodes is going to get that. Or, Cena's going to get that belt. McAfee's back. And yeah, it ends
with high and short sleeves.
Yeah, dude. And it ends with no physicality, but I'm not disappointed, even though that's what I wanted, because that's what I want. They're going to give it to us maybe a little bit before, maybe a little bit like at the go-home show. Cena will just like sneakishly F you. And we're calling it the FU again. FU, Cody Rhodes, and then put him in the STFU, and then it'll go off air, it'll end or whatever. So that we'll get that before Mania or something like that, but we won't get too much physicality, and I'm okay with that because they gave me what I wanted. They gave me chicken shit heel John Cena where he runs away and backs down. Never back down, just back down, right? So I love that. And because last time it wasn't even like a back down. It was just like a mutual, okay, we set our pieces, let's part ways. But this time, Cody Rhodes is like, here, belt's on the line right now. Let's throw down. And so, yeah, they played that exactly right. And now we have a good promo package or a vignette package, whatever package you want to call it, hyping up like Penta, Breaker, Finn, Dominic Mysterio, all of that shit. So, yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Whew.
So we might slide over to some
because they're not going straight into the Intercontinental match. That's going to be the main event, I think.
Well, it depends, man. I'm not entirely sure about that. Yeah, so we're in recap mode because we don't have a shit ton. Let's get into some WWE news that we'll just jump in and out of throughout the show. Ladies and gentlemen. So Pete Dunne, Trent Seven, who's with Maple Leaf Pro, I think, or I don't even know where he's with. But they reunited and did the Triple H entrance at OTT Wrestling. So the Forbidden Door, the Prohibited Portal, and Pete Dunne doing indies. He's going to be at GCW as well. So they paid homage to Triple H as well. So that's cool, I suppose.
That's cool.
Yeah, shout out Pete Dunne. Pete Dune, whatever. Julia made her return last night at WWE live event in Bartow, Florida, attacking Cora Jade and seemingly signaling that she wanted her title back. I think they're going to break the titles off of Vaquer sooner than later. I think they just gave them to her for her to have that accolade. Also, it wasn't an injury. It was a visa issue, apparently, Jake, that kept her back for just like they didn't know. They thought she was going to be unable to compete for a minute, I guess. We don't know.
It didn't seem like she was injured. People had saying she was injured. I never thought she was.
Well, heading back over to Raw, Jey Uso's partner, we did jinx it. It is fucking Jimmy Uso with Jay. So let's get a yeet. So I thought it was going to be Joe Hendry. Me saying it did curse it. My second guess, not to sound. Oh, he's wearing a kilt. McAfee's
He is
wearing
in a kilt.
dude. That's amazing. Not to sound lame and pull like a Chris Featherstone and like, oh, that's what it was. But I had an inkling. I'm like, it could just be Jimmy. Because, like, think about it. The Bloodline reunited, but we never seen them, like, actually reunite. So I was going to say it could be Jimmy, it could be Sammy, or, like, just someone in the Bloodline, you know? Because they reunited, but then they're like, we're all just kind of doing our own things, you know? But I don't want to be like, that's what I thought it would be, Jimmy. But I did think maybe someone in the Bloodline. However, it is Jimmy. It is not Joe Hendry, unfortunately. So I'm disappointed. But again, I'm disappointed in like my Mark fantasy booking. There's nothing to indicate like why would they put Joe Hendry on that slot when they have people who actually work in WWE who deserve that, like a Jimmy Uso, you know, and he can yeet it out with his brother. And this can be their entrance when they team up again as well. Eventually, when they go full-time together, we'll just get a whole fucking yeet party. Unfortunately for Jimmy, he'll always be the second fiddle, except for when it comes to dives to the outside.
And this is cool for the Glasgow fans, too, to get to see the Usos live.
Yeah. So, like, I wouldn't be disappointed. I'm not disappointed. This is sick as fuck. One of my favorite tag teams who had to win me over, too. The Usos had to win me over time.
I'm also not sure what's going on, but I'm not getting a commercial in the U.S. right now. It says it's going to be back in a minute 50, but yeah, I got Jimmy and Jay in the ring right now.
Yeah, this is what I get every week. During the commercial, you get that little timer in the corner. And then you just get to watch the shit. So you guys are on the Canada Netflix here.
We're on the international feed. This is cool.
Yeah, Elon Musk fucked something up in the Matrix, and you guys are on. There's been a slipstream in the simulation. Keep an eye out for fucking deja vus, dude. Means the fucking Smiths are coming for that ass, Jake.
Ah, shit. Keep that. Somebody drove a Cybertruck into the server.
Double the yeet. Is it because of the time difference? Yeah, they might have just fucked up. You guys are lucky. Don't talk too much shit. VPN for the win. Yeah, don't talk too much shit, guys. Don't blow up WWE spot. We know Triple H is watching, dude. We don't want to blow up the spot. No. Here we go. So A-Town Down Under. Waller picks up this fan sign, rips it, and throws it. The dude dropped it by accident.
That's awesome.
Picks it up, rips it, and just hurls it like way not even close to him.
Never even looked at the guy either.
Waller is one of my fucking favorite guys in all of WWE.
He's such a good shit heel.
He's just so good in that role. Him and Theory together, really, like they are awesome together, man. But Waller, like one day he's gonna have his heel title run, and it's gonna be spectacular.
Oh, Stephanie's Places, right?
Stephanie's Places. Yeah, I'm probably not going to watch this show. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch this show because I like the other ESPN shows with the Places stuff that they've done. They're usually just interviews and like they'll kind of dip into some documentary type stuff. They're usually a quick, easy half hour.
Yeah, I
I'll probably
might
wait
check
till they're
for like the
all
Roman one because I'm curious, right? But I don't know about. It's like she's gonna go hang out with Triple H. What are they gonna do? Like,
right? They go run errands. They pick up their daughter from school. That's one of those things I feel like once they're all on there, you could just kind of put it through and just binge it all in a day or two.
Yep.
And for Jey Uso, here's the date 26 night pass against Gunther at WrestleMania for the world. Absolutely, the whole world is coming.
Here we go now. The Yeet movement. Yeah, they said on WWE LFG that Gunther was main eventing WrestleMania. Now, I don't know when that shit was filmed, but if it was like, let's say 9 months ago, you know, it totally could be. I don't know. I don't know if they meant, like Shawn Michaels said it, Gunther, like on the preview for the next episode on LFG. HBK was like Gunther is main eventing WrestleMania. Did you catch that? Did you watch LFG, Jake?
I've seen the previews of it. I've only seen the first 2 episodes. I'm a little bit behind on it.
Oh,
but I
okay,
see the
yeah.
previews of it coming in. But I know Gunther was going to be. I know CM Punk was recently on it. I didn't realize they said that about Gunther. Is it one of those things too, where they're just kind of saying like there's 2 or 3 main events each night, but really we all know the last match is the main event? Because I still feel like it'll be that women's triple threat will be the night 1 main event.
Yeah.
I still think it's going to be Jay and Gunther leading off WrestleMania altogether to get the crowd hot. But we'll see.
Know. I think they're going to do the whole confetti fucking yeet
That would be cool,
fireworks.
too.
She's yeeting the fireworks. His family comes out. The Bloodline come out and congratulate him. Fucking,
That would be pretty dope.
Yeah, Roman comes out and like hugs him and like makes him he puts the one up or whatever, you know, and it's like he acknowledges him like you did it, you know, gives him a hug and all that, and it's like a big moment. I think that's what we get, man.
That would be cool.
Yeah, and then we get heel Cena beating Cody Rhodes night 2 to end Mania, and we're like, oh shit! But we get the feel good moment night 1, and then night 2, it's like, oh shit, what the fuck's gonna happen tomorrow on Raw?
I mean, that'd be similar to what they did in 39 because they had Sammy and KO beat the Usos night 1 and then Cody lose night 2. So that makes sense.
Or they switch it around and we're all like, what the fuck? But I think you got to do Cena night 2 main event.
Yeah.
No? You got to do that. So, yeah.
For sure.
It says on the bottom we're getting Chad Gable versus Dragon Lee. So that's awesome. I wonder if a Grande Americano is going to come out.
The luchador.
Yeah. Yeah, they're having fun teaming together, man. The Usos are so good together. Oh, George is here. What's up, buddy?
Oh, shit. We got George.
Finally checking in. Yeah. Fashionably late. That's all good. No, I appreciate everyone who tapped in on these early shows. It's different, but yeah, damn.
It's only 1:30 for me. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's 2:30 for me. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Boom.
Gonna get my evening tonight.
These guys just fucking laying into each other. Yeah, I'm gonna get my Daredevil review up there. I'm a little behind on that one, but it's because I'm just busy cooking up shit. So it's in commercial break now. Are you guys seeing this still, Chad?
No, we got the same thing where we got the blackout and it came back. It says back in 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
So that's a commercial break. So when it blacks out, that's how I see it. You guys are experiencing Canada's speed for some reason. Yeah, amazing.
Right? This is fantastic.
Amazing for you guys, you know?
Early Raw, no commercials. This is the best.
When everybody knows is all the talent in the world. To see the training, the discipline, just in between the ears, the 6 inches in between the ears.
Yeah, that's awesome. You guys are experiencing what it's like. You don't know what it's like, you know? You guys are fucking getting the whole vibe. This is how it is in Canada. Yeah, they must be airing the wrong shit, but yeah, we're just gonna not blow up
Right, we're just gonna roll with it. No one's complaining.
anyone's spot here. Big Jim. Oh shit, Waller's going hard in the paint with these elbow strikes and shit. Yeah, that's a sick double team. The fucking draping him on the ropes, then jumping over, a stomp to the abdomen with the 1 foot. Netflix is half commercial. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I was saying. Everybody's hating on SmackDown, but when you watch it afterwards on Netflix, it's literally 2 hours and like 1 minute. 2 hours and 28 seconds. So yeah, when you guys are watching it, man, you're sitting through an hour worth of commercials. That's draining no matter what it is. If you didn't have to deal with that, these SmackDowns aren't as bad as everybody's saying. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely not. You're just so depleted, and I get it. I absolutely get it. But I've been on Fridays, I've been like waiting to start SmackDown till like half hour, an hour in, so I can zip through commercials, man.
Yeah, I do the same thing with it, especially with how early it goes on here in Phoenix, or it's like 5 o'clock. I wait till like 6:30 and start it. And I usually catch up to the main event by the end, but it's a lot easier to watch than watching all those commercials. I watched it live this past Friday and I got bored.
So back from commercial, and then typically they'll cut to like so if there wasn't a match, and let's say someone makes an entrance, you guys will notice it'll just like cut to a fucking package of something, and then it goes back to the person in the ring. So they stand in the ring for quite a while, and like a lot of times they just cut a promo or whatever, but or they just work the crowd. But yeah, it's interesting formatting, but you know why they do it that way.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking Big Jim catches them in the Samoan drop. That was sick. They mix feeds, I think. My normally commercial-free international link has commercials and the US feed has none. Dude. Hey, dude. Oh, that's funny, man. Yeet.
A man who's worked his ass off for every opportunity. The whole world's behind him.
Oh, hits him with the reverse. What is that? What was that shit called? The dragon screw or whatever the fuck Shelton Benjamin used to call it.
Oh yeah, he did with like the kick with the back heel.
Yeah, exactly. So
that was a great
like
move.
Jay does the reverse of whatever that move is, the dragon screw kick or whatever. Hell yeah. Do we have like a bot war going on between two bots in the fucking chat? What's going on? Botism is and Emperor Ken are throwing down, dude.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, fucking bot wars going on. Robots. There's more than meets the eye, Brian. Robots in disguise. Yeah, someone in the Discord was like, oh, Jim Cornette listens to PWT confirmed, right? And that's the joke. So thank you for doing the bit, because the more you guys do the bits, the funnier and the more over they get. But yeah, and it's like, yeah, for sure he knows like old school. You know, Jim's an old comic book head, so he knows about Transformers as well. And that's amazing that he picked up on that, because it was like, it's too funny how he kept saying it. It's like the third time he's been like, there's more than meets the eye. Robots in disguise, you know? So for sure he'd pick up on it.
Yeah, and Brian's only a little bit older than me, and so like Transformers is probably a big cartoon in his life.
They were in like the 80s, man. That shit, yeah. And like IDW had a run with them in the books and for the comic books and stuff. So they did a lot to.
But Dave probably thinks GoBots are cooler.
Right.
The Challenger brand.
Yeah, and I know, Super Kick. And I know Mrs. C listens in, so I'm sure like Jim's aware, but I'm sure he doesn't have time to fucking.
Right.
Like, I'm not listening to some fucking marks. who's literally called Marks. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye. Boom. You know. Oh, 1D, one and done.
Oh yeah, Theory just left his legs hanging. That's great.
Boom. 1D, one and done. Yeah, I love Transformers too, dude. Some of the movies or whatever, but
that cartoon was the shit.
And Beasties, man. They just made that movie, the movie about that, the Beasties or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm talking about? When Optimus Prime's a gorilla and all that shit. Yeah, that was cool too. Pete York became a new member. Thank you so much, guys. Memberships are 99 cents. And yeah, I do members only streams actually too tomorrow. Be on the lookout. I'll probably pop in and do an AMA or whatever.
Nice.
Oh, Gunther's in here attacking. Oh, come on now, Eric. Welcome, Pete York, to the madness. Beast Wars. Yeah. Well, in America, so check it out, Cash Monet. In Canada, we called it Beasties for some reason. I don't know why. One thing, I don't know why. Doesn't even matter how hard you try. But for real, for some reason it was called Beasties on like Canadian television. Oh, Jay tripped, so he worked that trip, obviously. And if he didn't, that's humiliating. But him tripping is kind of funny. But y'all called it Beast Wars, which is the superior name. And that's what I was trying to think of. So thank you. Because I was going to call it Beast Wars as well. Because it's like Beasties. That sounds like a shitty cereal, you know?
Beastios.
Transformers comics are huge now. Yeah, I don't know if they're huge again. Like comics in general, bruv, but maybe 4 comics right now they're doing good again. Yeah, and they're doing like G.I. Joe Transformers movie, where I think they're gonna try and get like Channing Tatum and Mark Wahlberg and all that type of shit. You know, they're gonna try and like bring people back for it who are in those.
Everything's the multiverse now.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. They're gonna like build the universe or so. It turns out that Channing Tatum and Mark Wahlberg are brothers. Look at this explode. Look at this explode. Look at this car flip and turn into a robot. Look at this ninja flip and turn into a robot.
Directed by Michael Bay.
Yeah, exactly. Neckbeards is in here and he says, I am a big time Transformers collector, so I marked out for Travis's art. Amazing. Yeah, that was one of my favorite ones he's ever done.
Yeah. Travis is awesome.
Yeah, Neckbeards is always getting drawn into fucking into fucking Cornette dummies, dude. So it's like you for sure be marking out for that shit. That's crazy. Fuck, Vac Air's so good. They're playing like a little. So Judgment Day, basically, whatever. Just more.
Yeah, it seems
like what do you say about Judgment Day? They're always breaking up and adding members and deceiving each other. So just more of that, which I'm not against. I like that. More of it, but it's like, yeah, that's when Judgment Day are on the screen. That's what they're doing. They're deceiving. They're fucking manipulating. They're secretly hating. They're adding people, removing people. So just more of that. And yeah, we have the women's IC up next. So this should be good.
Nice.
We'll see what happens during the break. You guys get to see. Hopefully they cut to like someone in the crowd or something crazy. Neckbeard's listening in from work. Amazing, brother. Amazing. So are you guys seeing this? No commercial. Let's fucking go.
We got the soccer legacy belts.
So you're a soccer fan, Jake. Tell me about these.
What are these? That second belt is my team with the bird on the ball. That's my team, Tottenham. We actually that's probably the only title we'll win in my lifetime, but that's fine. That is my team until they kill me.
You like these belts or what?
They're cool. I mean, I wouldn't ever really probably want one of the sports belts for myself, but they're really cool. If you're like a big fan of one of these teams and it's like, you have your house decorated in them and whatever, that's really cool. It's a good look.
And what's like the Europe League or whatever? Is that where
Well,
Tony
the way it
Khan
kind of
plays?
works is every single country has its own like domestic league. So like the English Premier League, the Spanish League, the French League, the German League, and then usually
What's
the
the
top
American one? What's the American one?
MLS.
Okay. Oh, so MLS, because I know what MLS is, right? Like soccer's big in Canada. I'm not like the hugest fan of it. I played it when I was younger and stuff, but so MLS it is like the American League.
That's the
main
American,
one. Okay,
American
fuck
version
yeah.
of it, yeah.
That's raw.
And then the
Okay,
European
anyways, sorry.
teams also like the top 3 or 4 teams in each league. Then they also play in the European Champions League, which is basically like their playoffs and Super Bowl and what everybody watches when they're on TV there. So that's what those belts are representing, which is smart because tons of people are fans of those teams. Hell of a moneymaker. Hell of a moneymaker.
Yup. So let me see here. There was something in chat that I wanted to read out and then I lost it. WWE no longer sells the Jacksonville Jaguar belts. Are you for real, dog? That's crazy.
I didn't know if they ever did.
Well, yeah. Well, hold on a second, Jake, because I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that, Eric. That's disgusting. That's fucking despicable. Now, how am I going to get one of those for StarCast? I was hoping to get a Jacksonville's Jaguar to sign my title at StarCast. That's not very fair. I collect all the titles, Eric, and I really wanted that Jacksonville Jaguar belt, Phil Marks. That's not very fair to laugh at that. Okay, and I say, fuck you. You shouldn't get Lex Luger to go in the Hall of Fame, and you shouldn't get Sting to induct Lex Luger in the Hall of Fame. Eric, I'm not. Now, if you head over to Save with Conrad, I'll sell you a replica Sting. I have a guy. I have the singer Sting, and we're gonna paint his face red and black like the Wolfpack. What the fuck, dude? That's pretty funny. They don't sell the belt, but that's petty as shit.
That's super petty.
Jags players can't even get their kids a belt. That's so shitty. I won't lie. That's
Just another
fucked.
reason not to sign for the Jags, man.
Well, what if they draft you? Then you don't have a fucking choice. You're like, shit.
Just wait till that contract expires and go and move on. Don't resign.
Yeah, just like they do in AEW, dude.
Right. And get frozen out.
They better not puss out, and they better put that fucking Kill Tony show on Netflix. They actually just announced it too on Netflix. It's coming on like April 7th. It is the Kill Tony's on Netflix. So
I saw that.
So there's like an actual, I believe they're going to keep doing their YouTube show, which is smart. And then they have like the Netflix one they film like once a month. I think they film one for Netflix or something like that. Or hopefully it's once a week. I don't know. They usually go every Monday. So that's like an actual Netflix show now. Yeah, I hope that they just air that fucking roast on Netflix. So what is this Lucha vignette we're getting here? Is that El Santo? Yeah, dude, that was El Santo. Now here's El Grande Americano.
Oh, God, the Gulf of America.
Hailing from the Gulf of America, bro. Let's fucking
This is
go.
fucking great.
USA. No, I'm just
El Grande
And
Americano.
look at these like AI generated pictures of this guy. Like, where did they get this? This is crazy. The world's newest sensation, El Grande Americano from the Gulf of America. This is so legit. This is my new favorite fucking guy.
The Luchador.
I love this, man. Grande Americano's my new guy, guys. My guys. This is my new one. I fucking love it. I'm going to ask Conan about.
Conan will have some stories about him. Go, Grande, go.
Do you guys remember when Husey came on and said that they're doing this because Gable went and got fucking hair plugs or whatever? Which is so funny because he showed up on TV with like he wore the mask, but then he wasn't wearing the mask. So it's like, okay, well, that's out the window. But the fact that was Husey's fucking thing, man. Look, see, here he is, right? You don't need plugs anymore, man. There's like shit you can take now to grow your hair back and stuff. Those Wrestle Talk dudes use it.
I don't know, man. Those Turkish hair plugs seem to work for a lot of guys.
Yeah. So look, Gable's sick. He can't compete.
He's got a doctor's note.
Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio are like, what is this bullshit of this fake luchador? I love it.
Oh god,
I love this.
This is gonna be great.
Lord Hando, bro, you sound like incels. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. The format of this stream is terrible. Okay, bro, we had like 600 people watching on Saturday. Yeah, just check out my view, bros, and then go just go cry into your Joshi pillow or whatever. You know what I'm saying, Doug? You're welcome to hang out and hate though. That's cool too. But yeah, you're just triggered over my Mercedes Monet tweet earlier. It's literally all it is. Richard Gadd, the actor from Baby Reindeer, dude. Have you ever seen that show, dude? That show is fucking. Dude, watch it, man. It's intense. It's like based on a true story, and the actual woman like went on this talk show, and her fucking texts, like, and then all these stories came out where she was doing this crazy shit to other people, man. It's insane. It's actually a really insane story.
Damn.
Phil falls for the bait too easily. No, dude, I just like to bitch at morons, you know? It's like, I don't give a fuck.
It's fun.
Yeah, dude. Gives me a chance to go, well, actually, there was shitloads. I'm blowing up on YouTube right now. And there's people with fucking 10 times my subscribers, and we outdraw them live because you fucking guys are the best. You know, you guys always tune out for the show. Tune out. Yeah, that tune in rather. Not tune out, hopefully. But yeah. See, Lyra's always got to get her shit over. It's like, no, stop forcing them to do your shitty thing. You know? Fucking female Kenny Omega here. I try not to hate on her, but it's just like, I'm just not into Lyra. I don't know what it is. She's a great wrestler, but that only takes you so far.
Yeah, your charisma doesn't connect as much. She is
I
talented.
see how Lord Neckbeards. I see how Lord Hando got his name. This is his lover.
Yeah.
See, I talk to the, I talk to the haters too. You gotta fucking let them know we see you, bro. Just gonna hate and run away. It's all good. No feelings are hurt.
Pat, I missed a couple woos.
Yeah, his timing's definitely off. So Raquel ain't winning this shit. Yeah, we know Raquel ain't winning this shit. Sorry to step on you there.
No, you're good. I'm with you.
Okay, great. Thanks, Liv. You should just join us and provide your expert analysis. So she wanted us to tell the world about how much bigger Raquel is and stronger than Lyra Valkyria, but I believe Lyra may be quicker to see there with the.
Here we go. Lyra with the quickness, Raquel with the powerhouse. We're going to see here what Raquel can do when you don't have Liv selling her ass off in a fucking tag match. Yeah, making everyone look like $1 million. Yeah, just bullying her around.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Liv looking fine as wine.
Always.
Yeah, I don't know what Lyra's got to do to get over. I just feel like it's like a Seth Rollins effect with me where it's like, what is she right now? She'll figure it out one day, but right now you're just like the chick who wrestles good with feathers. Who wears feathers.
And caws on her way to the ring.
This Lord Hando guy's just hating. SRS is the biggest cuck of all. Yeah, he hates us too, bro. The format's honestly cheap. Okay, where's your pod? You're a dumbass.
Yeah, where's your channel, bro?
Yeah. It's like I have 2.5 million views on my channel. You're a fucking moron, you know? It's like no one cares. No one gives a shit what you have to say. You just talk shit and are a fucking goof. Having a podcast for wrestling's got to be some loser shit. Spending your time in a wrestling podcast talking to people is more losery than that if you're just here to talk shit and hate on them. What are you doing? You have nothing to do, so you have to go to something you hate to talk shit. That sounds retarded, bro. So just so you know, you look like a dumb fuck, please click dislike and stay hating in the chat for a bit if you want. That's cool too. We'll just ignore your ass, or whatever. I don't care. I like going back and forth with you. But yeah, it's like you don't know how like dumb you fucking sound, you know? And like look to everyone. And you're not going to get like rage out of anyone here, right? Like I troll everyone way harder. I invented the Dave Meltzer flutes. I'm that guy. You don't know the flute guy? No. I'm Phil the flute guy Marks. What do you mean? No. So we're in commercial. You guys are still getting these commercials, right? USA? USA. USA. Or did they switch to ads and you guys are getting fucked again? They fixed the ads or what? Let's see. Chat, let me know. Miss October saying ad, did they fix it?
Yep, they fixed it. We have ads again.
No, you guys got fucked. Okay, I'll call the action.
Yeah,
so
we got a Men's Warehouse ad.
Okay, so Liv's just dancing around on the outside of the ring. Raquel is just flexing and milking the crowd. And just basically, here we go. A big backhand chop. Lyra's ducking everything. Big lariat. Goes for the cover. Kick out at 2. And they're just slowing it down here. Do you think they I'm the flute guy. Yeah. I invented the flute. You don't know who I am, Brian. Oh, shit.
Oh, maybe that's who the hando is. Maybe it's Brian.
Damn, that sucks that they fixed it for you guys in the ads. That's terrible. But at least you guys got a taste. You got a daddy magic taste. Yeah, do you know why? We're getting like so fucking much haters lately because I triggered everyone with a Mercedes Moné tweet where I just stated an objective fact, and literally I've had psychos coming at me like nonstop in the DMs, quote tweeting, like everything. Yeah, and then of course like I respond because it's like the more views I get, then I'm gonna plug my fucking pod, you know. So I knew it was coming. I didn't think I was like, dude, today we're on early, maybe not. No, but they got time. You know, these incels are coming here calling me fucking incel while my wife's putting groceries away and shit. And then dude's like, you got to spend time on it. It's like, yeah, we got time today. This is the Raw watch along. We don't do shit. Yeah. We don't do shit. We just sit and talk shit for the Raw watch along, bro. Chose the wrong day. If this was Wednesday, I wouldn't have even seen your ass, you know? So it's all good. We got time today. Yes, absolutely. Especially with these early Raws. It's like, okay.
Right? We're making it work.
Yeah, I'm just fucking editing all day and writing. So we're all good, man. You know, I got fucking time to take a break. It's all good.
We got our evening tonight. That's great.
Yeah, exactly, dude. But yeah, so you guys, all it was just Raquel beating her down, working her over, and now she was in the ropes. You guys saw that. Now they're going to pick it up with suplexes and slams in the spots. We weren't getting springboard jackhammers like that fucking during the break, you know? So here we go. I'll call the action during all the breaks now too. But I'm going to ask you guys next time because maybe they likely fixed it overall because they probably have too many stooges fucking tweeting it out. Right? So, but that's fine. Like they probably went viral, like no ads Raw. I bet if we look right now, you know. What was my tweet about here? I can show you. I can show you what it was. It was just an objective statement. Like all it was reality, and it just triggers people, man. And everyone's like, you're mad about this. It's like, no, nobody has said go and get your money from Tony Khan more than me. Nobody's ever said that. No one's ever said that to anybody more than me. So but all I said, no, I don't even need to show it. All it is that all I said was that Mercedes Moné. So this was a quote from the Wrestling Observer. Mercedes Moné was quoted saying like, AEW has reinvigorated my passion for life. I'm so happy in life right now. Even though in her live stream, she's always sounds so fucking miserable. We cover it here on the show. We chronicle it here on the show. She's always miserable and like bitching at her fans and shit, which is fine though, right?
Maybe the only thing she ever puts over is that she makes the most money. Like that's not
right.
That's not what to be proud of.
Money can't buy me happiness, but I'm not pissed because I can buy what I want anytime, whatever. What's that song? But either way, she was just like, I'm very happy. I quote tweeted it and said, being paid millions of dollars to never lose and have full creative control will do that. And that's just an object. Like, I'm sure Hulk Hogan was happy in WCW too.
Right.
Like I would be happy, very happy if I got that. I didn't say whether I agreed with it, disliked it. Someone did ask, they're like, well, that's a good thing. And I was like, yeah, if you hate pro wrestling and love Hulk Hogan, then yeah, it's a fucking great thing because that shit hurt pro wrestling then, and it's gonna fucking hurt pro wrestling again. It has been. And I think that's objective too, but maybe I'd be willing to debate that. But this is just it's funny how everyone wants to clown Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff for doing the exact same thing Tony Khan did. And no one's saying I wouldn't take the Hulk Hogan deal or the fucking Monet deal. And I'd be happy with it too. Right. But they're all like, what about Roman and all these sickos? Like I was getting it so bad from people, literally all of them have Mercedes Moné in their profile picture and shit.
Right.
Like they are stans, dude. Like, a roll-up, Lyra wins. We knew that was coming. Match was what it was, just a decent TV match. It shouldn't be a barn burner. Like, she's got to prove to be, like, establish her reign as this champion, and then Liv jumps her. Someone's going to run out, likely, and help her. Yeah, here we go.
Bailey, right?
But yeah, just, I don't know. If you guys see the Monet stands going hard, that's why. I just tweeted objective fact, and then they got so triggered, and we've had a few haters in here like on clear fucking just burner YouTube accounts,
right?
YouTube accounts or whatever. So it's like, yeah, whatever, fuck them. I knew it was coming. Here we go. Bailey's out here looking fine as wine as well, and a throw over the top, boom, and now they're singing for Bailey. So what's the match? Like a multi-woman for the IC? Like, what are all the IC US title matches at Mania? Just multi-people, multi-man madness. What is it? No.
Yeah, I mean, on Deliv and Raquel have a tag match at Mania, or do they get involved in this somehow?
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
like when they were both in the chamber match too, or whatever. And it's like, why are you both, like, the tag champs need to be involved in tag shit, not single people shit,
Yeah.
Hey, Bailey. Yeah, Julia Gulia, I don't know if you caught it, but I was like, yo, you sent me a goat screaming, like the, I need like a bah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need, Julia Gulia. You are goated, though. But your format, Phil, I know. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up, dude. I don't think any pro wrestling live show is like blown up. Like, has, gotten to the fuck. And I don't even like to, I make the joke like everyone listens, confirmed, but it's like, I'm just talking shit, right? We're having fun, but it's just like crazy to hate on, like, bro, especially in the pro wrestling space. Like, people like to say it's dead. And, it's just idiots. And I don't know. I think we have a great community. I think we're building something good. I just think these people are angry because Mercedes Moné. You know what I mean? That's all it is. And that's fine. Right? I know it comes with the fucking territory. And people aren't going to like lol cow bait me into like engaging you other than me just barbing back and forth with you, though. Like, it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
You guys see how I get down on X, bro. It just ain't gonna happen. If someone trolls me, I'm gonna fucking troll them way harder. I love this kilt he's wearing, dude, and the tie and everything. This is amazing.
They put over the place that made it. That was pretty smart.
All right, bad is then. Listen, this is not a democracy here, goddammit. I call the shots, okay? No. Simps will be Simps. Yeah, pretty much, dude. PWT fan. Yeah, Moose Knuckles here today, dude. Where the fuck have you been? Jesus
Right?
Christ. Where have you been?
Doing Moose things.
Yeah. Brady Mack for 5 says, been away a while. It's been a while since I could.
Good to see you, Brady.
Just wanted to contribute, dude. Thank you. Round of applause for everyone. Consider becoming a member. I see so much greens in there. I love it so much. We got to start gifting some of these haters. If these haters are going to be in here hanging out, we got to fucking gift some of them some, I think, eventually here, too, around WrestleMania season. But thank you, Brady. It's good to see you. The return of the Mac, dude. The return of the Miggity Mac,
Nice.
dude. Let's fucking go. During this vignette here, we already know what's going on. Let's head back over to some Federation news, okay? Federales, let's fucking do it. Where's the... So Eric Bischoff says he would have had John Cena beat Cody Rhodes at Mania 41, then lose the title to Rock, setting up Rock versus Cody Rhodes for next year. I don't know about all that, but let's hear Bischoff. He said he's retiring from wrestling entirely type shit. So I don't know if he's going to do MLW one-shots. I don't know if he's going to pop up on NXT. I don't know if it's the humiliation of Dynamite surpassing Nitro, which doesn't really matter. I don't know if it's
nothing.
I don't know if he's going to continue doing 83 weeks or what, but let's hear what he's got to. Here's Eric Bischoff's fantasy mark booking here for John Cena, Cody Rhodes, The Rock.
Let Rock take it off Cena, bring Cody back. If that story is laid out and committed to in a way that everybody believes it's going to happen, I think that would be awesome. You got the next year booked. You're not even there yet. You haven't even gotten on a plane to go to Vegas, and your next year's already booked. Could be. So in that scenario, would I see John getting the belt? Yeah, I would. It'd be interesting. It'd be good for Cody. A lot of look. You're not going to get, in my humble fucking opinion.
Wow.
Cody's not going to get a lot more over than he is staying on top. But he's such a good baby face and such a good face for the company. He'll get more over getting it back than he will holding on to it.
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's just the chase. And with Cody Rhodes, it's always the chase. And people even criticize him like, oh, as the champion, he's always, people make him look like a bitch and look like the underdog. And it's like, well, that's because that's why he's interesting. You know, like when he's on that road. So until he turns heel, until they decide to do that, which it's only a matter of time for that, couple years or a year or 2-3 years, whatever, whenever they choose to go heel with Cody Rhodes. Yeah, I mean, I just say ride this babyface run into the ground, and he doesn't need, again, with Cody Rhodes, he could drop the title, still be super over, and yeah, chase for it again or chase after the world heavyweight, and we'll all get behind him. Like, he doesn't need to hold on to it all the time. Austin jumbled the belt around. What?
He'll get more steam, more momentum, more opportunity to get himself over in a different way if he's chasing that championship for the next 12 months as opposed to defending it.
So over on Raw, are you guys just getting ads once again?
Yeah, we're getting the Cricket Wireless ad now.
Okay, so it's the Boo Day, and they are with Jackie in the they're with Jackie in the crowd, Jackie Redmond, and then Jackie Redmond, they just stripped the mic from her, and the crowd's not booing them out of the building. Like, so that initial boo heat fucking wore off. They need to like attack Big E or do some real heelish shit, align with some real scumbags to get that heat back, because they're just not booing him the same. But they are cutting a good heel promo, and they look like assholes. And yeah, they shoot Jackie off, which gets heat with me any day of the week. So
right.
And again, it's just more of the same. Like, it's your boys, the New Day, and then they go sucks. And, like, we're going to be the World Tag Team Champions at WrestleMania. And you should be happy for that, etc. Tom Reed became a new member. Fuck
Nice.
yeah. And then Lodi 70,005 says, I got a big budget to book a nightclub game show. Trivia with wrestling personalities for Mania 2026 in my town. Phil, you gonna be in town? I don't know what town you're talking about.
New Orleans. That's the New Orleans Mania next year.
And you got a big budget to book a nightclub game show trivia. Yeah, like if it pays and shit, sure, you know, like I got a family and shit. So if it fucking, sure, yeah, let's talk about it. I mean, it's a long ways away. So, but I'm more than down with something cool like that. And I've always wanted to get to New Orleans, and I know my wife does as well. So, yeah, fucking hit me up, dude. DM me or get in the Discord or something like that. If you're not, someone drop the Discord link too, if you can. And round of applause and thank you for the invitation. I appreciate that. And I'd love to judge it or something.
Nice, yeah.
Miss October, I think it is. You can visit the Gulf of America. I can. Of course, it's going to pay. LOL. Awesome. Yeah, that's amazing. Then, yeah. Is Raw early next week? Yes, I think it is leading all the way up to Mania. Am I mistaken on that, Jake? I think it's all early.
I know at least through March it is. I'm not sure if after March they come back to the States for a point beforehand, but I think it is through all of March.
Bye, Lord Handjob. Yeah, that dude, if he's pissing chat off, you can just like mute him or whatever. Mods, I give you fucking permission. Or if he's like saying gross shit or whatever, but so they're doing a review August 1998 here, the IC title, hyping it up. Let's head back over to some hot WWE news. So speaking of hot, Carmen Petrovich is coming to Bloodsport 13.
Oh, nice.
So again, just a huge list of WWE superstars that are going to be there. Hulk Hogan, brother. So we covered the cost. They slashed it by like 30% of his Real American Beer suite. Okay. So they scrapped it entirely. Hulk Hogan's Real American Beer suite package for Mania has been removed from the site, brother. So they're going to repurpose it. People aren't buying them. They don't want to see Hulk Hogan. They don't want to sit in his suite. So they're going to repurpose it, turn it into like the fucking Macho Man suite, dude, or something like that. And then they're going to sell the tickets and Hulk Hogan won't bother nobody. So the fans have spoken, right? Now, while WWE has been in Europe and all of that, they have also been touring and doing house shows. Sorry, I got a text. They have also been touring and doing house shows this whole time where people are seeing kooky matchups like Gunther versus Punk and all of this awesome shit that you can only see in Europe. And so here is just some funny stuff between Cody Rhodes and Punk.
Yeah, they teamed up.
Could be doing a fucking Europe tour teaming up for AEW, but instead, you know, competing with WWE, but instead they're both here.
But he's the cancer.
Yeah.
Look at that
Crazy,
smile.
man. Crazy that they gave this they gave that up in AEW. A moment like that right there.
I just looked it up. Next Raw is in London, and that's the last show of the European tour. So SmackDown will be early this week, and then Raw will be early. Although SmackDown isn't early in the States because it's on USA.
As was just announced on the show here.
Yeah.
The ferocious tag team of size and agility, truly unsung heroes. So I was questioning it last live show. I was like, well, when are they going to announce the natural disasters and these other people that are rumored? Well, here you go. They announced them, Typhoon and Earthquake. They are going into the WWE Hall of Fame. So shout them out. And yeah, let's lock back in with Big Jim and main event Jey Uso. And round of applause for you. Gunther's just casually walking around 10 feet away from them. Why doesn't Jay whoop his ass? Like, oh, Big Jim's calling him out for next week.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope Corny gets in the Hall of Fame. That would be fucking amazing.
I feel like it's got to be at a WrestleMania that he can drive to, which Louisiana isn't as far from Louisville as Vegas is. Because you know he's going to drive.
Big Jim just slapped the shit out of Gunther, dude.
And Gunther smiled it off.
So we have one more early Raw, and then they go back to normal time?
I think so, yeah, because then they're going to be
Mania?
Yeah, because I mean, that puts it only with what, like 2, maybe 3 Raws before Mania? Because the 30,
That's
because
awesome.
it's the 31st that they're going to be in London. Yeah, and then that only leaves the 7th and the 14th as the 2 shows in the U.S. before they're back to Mania. Jesus, it comes up fast.
Who would induct Corny? That's a great question.
Jimmy Hart.
Do you think?
I don't know. That was my first thought, just because, like, I know when Corny got into wrestling in Memphis in the early 80s, he was kind of like Jimmy Hart was the top heel manager, and Cornette kind of shadowed him. So I could see that being great. And I know Jimmy would give a good speech. I mean, other than that, maybe like Stan Lane or
Heyman, someone said. That'd be funny.
Oh, Heyman would be good.
Because they've had beef, but they've been friends, but they've tried to work together, but it's, you know.
And they're like the only 2 guys who ran like their own independent promotion in the 90s.
Yep.
With ECW and SMW. That'd be cool.
People
Plus,
saying Rock and Roll Express. Well, they're under contract with me, you asshole. No.
He did induct them. Was it 2017 or 18? He inducted them.
Cornette said he will only go in if he goes in with the Midnight Express. It's still possible because Triple H is a Midnight Express fan. Yeah, induct them all together.
Yeah, induct all 4 of them. You could have Dennis, Bobby, and Stan. I know Bobby's gone, but you could still have his
Yeah,
kids
you
out
just
there. That'd
induct
be
him
great.
posthumously. Yeah. Brian Last. No, it wouldn't. It's
Brian
gotta-
likes privacy. There's only like 3 registered pictures of Brian Last that I know of.
Yeah, and I feel that. I respect him for that, you know?
Yeah,
I, look
100%.
I respect, yeah, that's like where I modeled my show. I'm like, if they are doing it this way, we got to do it this way, man. Make it about the fucking vernacular. What we're talking about is key.
That's what I've said about my own YouTube page. I'm like, I'm starting it. I'm happy to do it. And until it pays me what I make full time for a job, I'm not going on camera. Now, if I can somehow make it work where I can get it to pay me like a full time job, sure, I could go on camera. I got no problem there.
That'll
But
take a
until then-
lot of fucking work, bro.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, not even, it's nowhere on my radar.
Take a lifetime for some people. EO looking fine as wine too. Glittered out, looking like fucking 90s J-Lo or something like that. No, with that outfit, that's like a throwback there.
She starts singing "I'm Real" with Ja Rule.
I'm real.
Yeah. It's the first J-Lo song I can think
Is
of.
that J-Lo? I'm real.
Yeah, it's J-Lo and Ja Rule.
'Cause
Why
Ja
I know
Rule did
that?
a bunch with
Don't
like
know.
Ashanti too.
Yeah, that was the "What Would I Be Without My Baby." That was that one.
Well, it was just like whenever they teamed up, they fucking were dropping hits. But yeah, J-Lo had some bangers back in the day. My wife loves J-Lo.
I mean, she's a good role model.
Yeah, whenever her shit comes, well, I don't know about all. I don't follow her close enough, but whenever shit comes on the radio, my wife's just bopping to it. You know what I mean? Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still EO from the block.
Yep. Bianca from the block.
Used to have a little, now I have a lot. Yeah, Bianca's full heel, dude. She's wearing grills. She's got spikes on her gear and shit.
I am all for Bianca going heel like she was in NXT.
Me too. It's about goddamn time. And
Right?
EO, love don't cost a thing. That's so funny.
And we get Rhea. This is going to be a good triple threat match, though. This really will be.
Yeah, Lodi. So that's awesome. What do? Like you book wrestling, or what is this? What is this? How are you setting up like a game show and stuff? Here comes mommy wearing red. Tremendous. I like that though. Cornette with the rock and roll or whatever. Or the Midnight Express rather. Sorry, pardon me. Cody Rhodes could induct the Midnight and Corny with all exactly. That's a great pull right there too.
That is a good
it
pull.
Keeps it very WWE-ish, and then you have Corny who can like cut the promo. They can all say their piece, and then you give Corny the mic last and just let him go. Moose knuckle just flat out. Just saying. Well, see, do you see them all like big sistering fucking EO though? They're all just pie facing her like, you get out of here
until she gets pissed.
Yeah. So. What is going to end Raw, Punk or the IC title match?
I feel like it's got to be the IC title match. Yeah.
And then they put it on Penta. That's the problem. It main events because the title changes. That's what That's what I'm fearful of, man. God damn it. Breaker should be the guy to like snap Penta's winning streak thus far, you know?
Yeah. No, I think Breaker should hold the title going into Mania and retain.
Me too. That's what I'm saying. And I think Penta can lose to Breaker, but then go on and win like 10 more against whoever the fuck. And then when him and Breaker meet again, it's like
Bianca getting booed.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it is good. I could see that like maybe somehow like the IC match ends in some kind of schmoz finish, and that starts to set up like the 6-man multi-match for the IC title or whatever.
Lodi's saying, no, I've never booked wrestling. It's a bar nightclub setup. It's all in good fun. I do a lot of charity fundraisers and comedy.
Oh, cool. It's like a promoter.
Yeah, that's amazing, dude.
One of my best friends is a promoter here in Phoenix. Actually, the guy who officiated my wedding.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Damn, EO's snapping right now. Who wins the triple threat, in my opinion?
Rhea.
I think damn, what is she doing? KOD on to Rhea to the outside.
Okay.
I think it's a good question. Right now, this isn't my set in stone pick, okay? I always do my set in stone like on the night. It's when I throw my pick out. That's like that's when I fully thought of everything. But as of right now, let me just think with Jade and Naomi. And then you have Raquel Liv. Because I'm trying to think, is it like Bianca and Naomi just grab those tag belts again as heels now? After like Liv and Raquel pass them to someone? Or is it like Bianca wins the title at Mania as a heel? To sort of solidify her new heel reign. I could see that too. So, yeah, I'll say Bianca for now, but that's not set in stone yet, okay?
Especially if the Profits keep the titles and they make that some sort of faction. I could see that happening.
Ooh, that could cook too. That could cook too.
All as heels. I would love that.
So we have Dom's trying to recruit Penta, and yeah, tonight we have the IC titles, so we don't know. Probably the main event, if I had to guess.
I would think. Yeah, so they figured it out. We're on commercials again.
Commercials. I'm going to let you guys know what happens here. I'm just still on a black screen. We go to the commentary desk. Music's playing. And Michael Cole is talking with Pat about allergies and people being sick. El Grande Americano is going to debut later tonight. He's putting over the Creed brothers and Ivy Nile. So they just hyped up Ivy Nile and they're doing a vignette for Ivy Nile. We're gonna head over to some WWE news while they while they play that, because it's not pressing here. We've seen a couple of these already. So speaking of Liv, okay, somebody remixed, this is going to end up getting clipped out, but somebody remixed Liv Morgan's laugh into Triple H's theme music, which is hilarious.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
It works so good. Yeah, that's hilarious. So report most people within WWE, quote, just don't care about the Tony Hinchcliffe hosting Ghost of WrestleMania. Most in WWE. So they asked certain people and they don't give a fuck largely because real people with real lives don't care and they're okay with fucking jokes.
Stupid idiot.
Is all I'm saying, okay? The IWC just loves to get outraged over shit. Meanwhile, the locker room's like, meh, whatever. And 30 seconds until Raw comes back. So here's 30 seconds of Mark Henry DJing, playing Hulk Hogan's theme, the crowd booing, and him quoting the Iron Sheik. So let's take a listen here as Dragon Lee makes his way to the ring. Crazy.
And then it goes into Carlito.
Craziness. Yeah, we got some more news here. Endeavor goes private in a $25 billion deal with Silver Lake. So Endeavor goes private. I don't know if that means what does that mean? I need someone smarter. Does that mean
or trading? They're no longer publicly traded?
I don't know, man, but there's that. Yeah, no.
So it sounds like
TKO is WWE private again. I don't understand how that works.
Right.
Does that trickle down, or I need someone way smarter than me to come on the pod and talk about this?
Where's
I will do
Dose
that
when you need him?
Yes, or likely Wednesday. I'm gonna get MJ from NJ in
there.
Here
You go
to break down some graphs and charts, and it won't be fucking terribly long. I won't bore you guys to death, but it is interesting, and yeah, he's gonna come talk with me more about that. Explain that to me. 46 more classic WWE pay-per-views have been added to Netflix outside of the US, including ECW One Night Stand 05, Survivor Series 2000, Great Balls of Fire, Breakdown in Your House, and a bunch more. So that's amazing for me. Good job, me. I get to watch all that good shit. I'm currently doing, I did the first ever Rumble, and then I'm going to Mania 4, and then I'm going Rumble Mania. I'm doing that right now. That's my list, and then after I'm going to try and watch all the Invasion shit in order.
Nice.
Yes. So Eric Bischoff said that WWE ultimately failed with John Cena's heel turn and his promo on Raw. And he says it was exciting, John Cena's heel turn, the potential, but there wasn't anything dramatic about it other than the fact that he turned heel. It was interesting. I did see the clip of his promo. I didn't see it live. I saw the clip of it. It was okay. I mean, the delivery was great, but just the message was kind of weak for that moment. So there's Bischoff. And then, of course, the sickos who typically hate Bischoff, they all agree with him. And they're like, I agree with Bischoff. But it is what it is, man. Bischoff can have his opinion. I think this Dynamite surpassing Nitro might have actually got him shook, dude. And you guys know I love Bischoff, but I think it might have got him shook. So let's head back over here for Raw. And we have the Boo Day talking with Pierce, and Dragon Lee's been in the ring this whole time. Bianca's back here now, and we're going to see Grande Americano, the GOAT of WWE, in just a moment. So we're going to lock in for that. So let me read here. Endeavor isn't a stock. I think that means TKO and Endeavor we're always separate stocks. I don't know much more than that. Let me see. They streamed WrestleMania 3 yesterday. Yeah, and I watched it on Netflix the day before. Then what are the odds the next day they're like, here's a stream of it? And I was like, what the fuck, right? So I'm on Mania 4, and right before Mania 4, the first Rumble happened. Now, I know the Rumble winner didn't go on to the main event of WrestleMania, but I still just, for the sake of it, you know, I'm doing Rumble Mania, so I might as well put it in there, right? Yeah, so we're about to see El Grande Americano. This is about to be amazing. Next week,
the Gulf of
Rhea,
America.
Io, Bianca special guest. So they're really milking the announcement of and giving us a lot to go. Like, how are they going to make this a triple threat at Mania type shit? You know, they're really giving us a lot to make us go. Oh, Rob Huerta says WWE staying as a publicly traded company. Thank you for that. Bianca has a gold tooth. She's got multiple gold teeth. Okay, here's the fucking goat. I'm going to ask you if he has any insider shit on El Grande Americana. Just kidding, dude. Let me see if Conan knows anything about fucking... Right?
Allegedly.
The theme, yeah, it's just like a
I
shit.
can't get over the music.
Just a simple little mariachi. You go to a resort, they're playing this little tune in the smoking lounge.
And the smoking lounge.
Yeah, dude, it really, Tom, I agree, bro. It fucking sucks that Chad Gable was sick. I was looking forward to watching him compete, but El Grande Americano's here, and I mean, Jesus, a lucha legend from the Gulf of America. Like, I mean, God, you know, my earliest memories of the Gulf of America, that was called the Gulf of America, you know, it was my earliest memories, you know, of him there. And yeah, it's just amazing. I just can't believe he's here. The lucha legend, just spectacular. He's graced WWE with his presence. The real forbidden door has been open, you know, the biggest free agent signing.
The prohibited portal.
Since Bobby Lashley, you know what I'm saying?
I love the fans olaying for them. This is great.
But here's the dumb part is Chad's going to start beating luchas now all of a sudden just because he fucking puts this mask on. You couldn't be. It's stupid, but it's like good stupid. You know, it's like, okay. If he
it's not just the mask, it's those tassels as well.
Yes, dude. So if he pulls this off where he starts beating all these luchas and shit, it's going to be just hilarious and it's winning me over here. At first, I was like, what the fuck? They're buried to death like American Made, but I don't know. If they all start wearing lucha masks too, that's
Ivy Nile with her hair and that coming on the back of it. Yeah.
And then they're all pretending not to be them.
Yes.
It's so stupid. It works though. They really should have did this in AAA or something first. Yeah, like Gable's like, I'm going away. And then all of a sudden this guy just pops up. Oh, and by the way, oh man, yeah, so AAA is really hot right now, guys, right? AEW, right? Let me just X-Files you guys, because this is something I really... Here, let me X-Files, okay? AEW works with CMLL, right? Wouldn't it be crazy if WWE like worked with AAA one day? Like, that would be amazing. So someone in chat is saying like, oh my God!
Jesus.
The exploder off the apron, my God. But here's the thing, dude. Watch the replay of this. And they both just hit the mat. Oh, my goodness. Hit the mat on the outside of the ring. But listen, okay? And I'll call the action, but let's say AAA and WWE did have a partnership. That would be amazing if they did pull that off. What someone said in chat there, like if they had a Grande Americano show up and like wrestle some matches there and like win and shit, and then he comes back and Chad's like, that's not me, whatever, and everyone thinks it's him, and they're like, but you have footage over there. So maybe in the future, or if that were to ever happen, but you know, it's unfortunate they couldn't pull it off yet or now or whatever, but that would have definitely added a layer to the fucking story.
Yeah, it would have been really
yeah,
cool.
Triple H though expanding, like his dream was always like NXT Japan and Mexico and UK, but then now it's just Europe, I think, in general. So UFC as well, they're headed to. They have a performance institute that was just unveiled in Mexico. So yeah, just we're going to start seeing the Triple H's dreams for some of that stuff, I think, come over the next like 5 years and shit like that. Just expand the global expansion. And Grande Americano, of course, will lead the Mexican the Mexico endeavor. I have nothing but full-fledged faith in that.
So the first advert that came on during this match was for Goya black beans.
So but it was really?
Yeah, they put that ad in purposely, I feel like.
Yeah, you know. So basically during this commercial here, I said I'd call the action. I apologize, but they're going back and forth. Fucking Gable just hit like a Northern Lights suplex from over the top rope, like onto when Dragon Lee tried to springboard on him and shit. Like he's working over Dragon Lee's arm, and there's like Grande Americano, and there's just like awesome action here in the ring. Yeah, and they're just working a solid match. It is slowed down a bit and just stomps in the corner now from Grande Americano.
So he's got me convinced now. He is a Latino wrestler. See that? Yeah, he is. See that? He's supposed to be in this earlier tonight.
Conan hates TK pretty much, and AAA hates CMLL and CMLL. Yeah, exactly. So just follow the breadcrumbs, what I'm putting down. Pick up what I'm putting down for you guys. I'm not a dirt sheet, though, so that's not, don't listen to me, but
never try to
saying if it, yeah, don't be shocked when you see if you see some shit like that happen in the future, just because that's always been Triple H's initiative, you know, so as well. And with NXT, the pettiness of HBK. So, like, you guys are going to see when we come back from commercial, Grande Americano's got a reverse tarantula lock. Oh, he let go of the arms. Dragon Lee did. Okay. Dragon Lee should have hung on because it was like a reverse spider, like tarantula lock, but like without the ropes. Roll up. Here we go. You guys are back.
Yep.
Are CMLL and AAA working together? I mean, I don't think they do. I think they have beef, man.
Right.
That's really what yeah.
Wasn't that the issue with AEW where they had people from?
Yeah, like if the people from AAA, like who had ties there, like I think the Lucha, but I'm not sure, but whoever people couldn't appear if they were using the CMLL talent, like people who weren't contracted to CMLL or whatever weren't allowed to appear and shit. So. But yeah, like the way we see WWE working with Noah or whatever, like they're working with Japanese companies and the Japanese companies all unionized. They started like their own NWA, a mushroom stomp, by the way, to the outside. This match is going crazy. But yeah, WWE is going to want to link up with people in Mexico sooner or later. And you can tell from the influx of talent like Grande Americano that they brought. That's 26 likes to bring out Jericho. Sent you a goat sound. Thank you, Julia Gulia. That doesn't work for me, SA. Yeah.
Work for me, Hermano.
Yeah, that doesn't work for me, Hermano. Exactly, dude. The Hulkster. I actually wrote something kind of similarly close to that, oddly enough, that I want to, which I'm not going to stooge out here, but I want to like make it into a comic book or graphic novel or something like that is what I'm looking at. So I don't know how we start going about that, but something I wrote a long time ago. You're not my hermano, essay. You're not my essay, muchacho. You're not my muchacho, Vato.
Yeah.
I'm not your Vato. Essay. Oh, shit. That was a crazy spot, dude. That belly to belly into the fucking buckle.
Michael Cole. Gable uses that a lot in his repertoire.
Yeah. Oh, the sit out bomb. Oh, Americano kick out. Yeah, like it up if you guys can. That would be amazing. Jericho will probably make a visit, but
he likes to.
Yeah, I just haven't been going hard today because we're just on different times, and the Monday shows are always like the lowered view show of the week, even in the regular time slot. So it's just like, we're not in the regular time slot. I'm not going to hound you guys. Wow, Dragon Lee's mask comes off entirely. Oh my God! And then an ankle, an Americano lock. And Dragon Lee, dude.
The music.
Oh my God. It's got to be Kurt Angle under that mask, no? He won. The GOAT won. Grande Americano, dude. Gonzo 316 became a new member. What? Gonzo 316 says, I just whipped your ass. $0.99 to become a member. Thanks for becoming a member. Hit that like or that dislike. I appreciate you all. Leave a comment, subscribe, all that good shit. Check out Phil Marks out. Check out Alt Jake Takes On YouTube as well. Sir. YouTube.com/Alt Jake Takes On. If you want to hear more of Jake.
Hell yeah. We're having fun. We're trying to be interactive too. We're reading viewer comments. We're trying to do interactive spaces. We're trying to have fun.
Fuck yeah, that's how you do it, man.
Right?
Just think of ways to be different.
Well, I feel like interactivity got me.
Reading comments, but you know what I'm getting at, right? Like just expand, diversify. You need to 100%. Diversify y'all bonds. Wu-Tang.
Diversify your portfolio.
Yeah. JWT6577 became a member.
Nice.
Let's fucking go, man. I appreciate it all.
Oh yeah, the brawling Bologna.
The brawling Bologna, brother. Bologna.
That crowd was hot in Italy. They were
hell yeah. So they're recapping it. You interviewed Ben Bishop, do Grand Fear next. Yeah, you guys get the bit, right? You guys heard the fucking, not to pull the curtain back, but you guys heard the interview, right? Like, it's it's fucking, make sure you check that out. I interviewed Big Trouble Ben Bishop. He's one awesome. Of my favorite interview I think I've ever done. Like Matt Morgan, I'll always hold close just because that's like my friend, But here's the thing. Just Ben Bishop was so cool. And that's my guy now too. That's my guy now too, dude. He's a friend of the PWT universe. And
I've popped him a couple times on Twitter. He's great.
He was cool to roast Meltzer with me because some people won't do that for sure. And the sheets, thought he was, I think it was like Brian Alvarez was the first one to put it out there that he was like a goalie, right? So we covered that.
He just did the weakest Wikipedia search because there was a goalie named Ben Bishop. So sad. I thought it was true.
Well, I'm a fan of him, right? And everyone repeated that, but Fightful Gossip fucking clarified that one. And so I don't know. We talk about the dirt sheets. We talk about how WWE ID is good for the indie scene. We roast Dave Meltzer. I give him the most compelling interview and ask him the most hard-hitting questions anyone's ever asked a pro wrestler, pal. And that's on Philuminati.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, guys, he was down with all my gags and everything. So he's really cool. And he's willing to take the piss and dish it as well as take it. So we had fun, man. He's a really good guy. Make sure you check that out. Grande Americano. This is Gonzo 316, man. New member. What? For 5 says Grande Americano needs to face El Generico at WrestleMania.
Oh man,
dude, that would be pretty fun. That'd be pretty funny, man. We could, Yeah, we could see that even on just like, or on Evolve. They just go there for the shit of it, right? Like Grande Americano versus El Generico on Evolve or something, or on NXT just for the shits. That could be fucking hilarious. I love that idea. Ole, right? That's what fucking Generico used to say. Yes, I am the goddamn Pied Piper. Absolutely, Julia Gulia. You're right about that.
Confirmed.
The cult is growing. That's cool. That's good. I'm fine with that. Here we go. Punk's music hits. Yeah, the IC belt will be the to end the show.
Yeah, that makes sense.
CM Punk.
Slap.
Holy fuck, this building is packed.
And just belting cult of personality. I love it.
Yeah. Punk has 10 minutes. Yeah, he's got 10 or whatever. If he goes a little over, again, the beauty of Netflix, they like to keep it tight, but they ended 10 minutes early the last time, so he can fucking do whatever. He can do whatever he wants. Okay, great. I'm in another cult. Does this one require robes and sacrifice? Yeah, this one's a lot like the movie Midsummer, if you've ever seen that.
Oh, no.
No, dude. I won't lure you to any forests or weird European hill villages, but I don't know. We might meet up on a Jericho cruise or a WrestleMania weekend or something like that, in the next fucking couple years or something, right? We got to start thinking about this. I need fucking shirts, though, or something. God damn it. I'm going to get on that right away. So
merch is key. Merch is key.
Yeah, I'm going to be sending some fucking some teas. We're going to get that going, and some little care packages to everyone who gets one or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not a big sign guy, but I would definitely wear a PW t-shirt to any wrestling show I went to.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right? Yeah, 100%.
So we're in commercial. Punk's just taking his sweet ass time, pointing at everyone. He's not going to start cutting until they're on TV. That's the money. So while we wait and see here, let's take a look at Roman Reigns and Tribal Cash.
He's the richest wrestling superstar in the world. His garage.
Now, some of this shit could be fake too. Like, this is just a random TikTok celebrity chat too. Who fucking knows? But if this is all real, he's balling out of control, dude.
Garage is as big as a football field. He owns more mansions than you can count on a map. He is Roman Reigns, worth $200 million. One house isn't enough for him. He owns a $12 million modern mansion in Tampa, Florida, an $8 million vacation villa in Los Angeles, and a $6 million lakefront estate in Georgia. Roman Reigns' collection is next level. He owns a full set of original WWE World Championship belts, including The Rock's 1998 WWF era title worth $1 million. He also has a custom Rolls-Royce Cullinan valued at $800,000. His luxury collection is top tier. His closet is filled with limited edition Gucci and Versace suits, with the most expensive one worth $250,000. He also
Like, what? I don't know. Maybe.
owns a Patek Philippe Nautilus 5719/10G diamond encrusted watch worth $1.8 million, released in limited numbers worldwide.
Like, is he that into watches?
He makes $22 a second. By the time you finish reading this, he just made $1,320. Feeling a little jealous?
No, man.
I mean, he
just
seems
happy
really into
for the
watches
guy.
and shoes.
Yeah. Man like Doris, Rio, not the Rio for like Riho, but like, but Rio, Luke Jacobs, Zosiah, Golden Boy Santos, and Adam Maxted have all been invited to the WWE tryouts in Europe. According to several sources, a Michael Oku invitation for the tryout was highly unlikely, and that's because AEW is trying to sign that Michael Oku guy. But he might go to WWE, and the dirt sheets could be going, well, that's highly unlikely because they don't want him to sign with the Fed. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was WWE news for the evening, guys. Amazing stuff. And we covered the Moxley stuff earlier. You guys can check it out on the replay. And AEW news on Wednesday, we're going to be jam-packed full of fucking Meltzer, AEW news, all of the stuff you love, and some WWE headlines inevitably as well. But yeah, that was the WWE news for today, along with the more Moxley reactions from the pros, right? So yeah, let's enjoy Punk about to cook, and then our main event here. Amazing shit. Like, subscribe, all Jake takes on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Pro Wrestle Clips, Pro Wrestle Times, Phil Marks Out. Those are my channels. Love you guys. Let's fucking lock in. Triple threat. People are saying it's going to be the main event. It's the people's main event.
I mean, it really could main event one of the nights, but I don't think it will. There's so many good matches on this card.
Yeah, and Julia Gulia, we need a fucking I'm afraid I've got some bad news from Barrett. I know that you sent me like a Shawn Michaels one, which popped me, but we need the Barrett. I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Yeah, and shout out Ashley V2, who was gonna slide through, but she might have got busy. I didn't know for sure.
Oh, shout out Badass. Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah. So I was she potted with me the other day, and it was kind of short because I had Ben Bishop on, so it was like, you come back on soon. Here we go. What's Punk saying? We're locked in.
He's so happy.
Yeah, they're going nuts for him.
I'm a little tired. I am a lot jet lagged. I haven't slept well in the past few days, mostly because of the uncertainty surrounding myself and my road to WrestleMania.
Okay. Well, we know that you got a match, so Punk's just saying, you guys are hearing it, the uncertainty.
Beautiful. But what I want, I'm not getting. Or am I?
Well, what does he want? He's like, what I want, I'm not getting, or am I?
And I did then. It became what I needed to do was win the Elimination Chamber. But because the more things change, the more things stay the same. I work with children.
Ha!
I'm the black belt. Undisputed.
So Punk just said, I work with children. And the undisputed champion of being a diapered piss baby is Seth Rollins.
Piss baby. Wow.
Oh, you just roasted him, man.
For two people, it's clearly personal, and for me,
Miss October 30, Phil. Who? Me or Brooks? Marks or Brooks? You got to be a little more specific than that.
and stop me from getting what I want. Gotta go. Seth Rollins takes it personal because he's been crying ever since I came back here because the magnitude of me and the shadow.
The magnitude of me.
Yeah.
Everything he's about in his entire career.
That's a Cornette reference, which is a Reggie Jackson reference.
You, Phil Marks, I'm trying to listen to Punk. Well, too goddamn bad. I'm going to start talking more. No, I'm just...
because he sees in real time, like all of you, that his wise man isn't just his wise man.
Damn. Okay. What's going on here? What's going on here? There's something crazy about to pop off.
in London at SmackDown because apparently we're going to have
Miss October trying to fucking minimize the magnitude of me, Phil Marks, over here.
Ha! Because they don't like London. That's what they're.
Why you boo?
Yeah. Because they hate London and Glasgow.
And that's why I'm here. I can't wait to get my hands on this contract. I want to read the fine print, and I want to see if this contract, if this match gets me any.
I am not. He's definitely on some testosterone with that thick ass hair. Yeah, I would be too. Like, the older I get, I mean, I'm only 33, but each year that goes by, it's like, holy fuck. But I got hammered, ate like shit this last weekend. I'm going so clean. Like, completely fasted, haven't eaten anything.
Spring cleaning.
Yeah, gonna eat some fruit and just have like I'm gonna eat like some spinach and some chicken tonight. You know, I'm gonna stay rank. I get like super intense into that shit when I decide to buckle down. And yeah, exactly. Spring cleaning. I'm like, fuck. I ate so many. Dude, I had like cake this weekend and shit. I just went out with a bang. I was like, I'm gonna eat everything this weekend and drink every beer, you know, within my reach, and then I'm gonna fucking hanker it back in here. Best in the world, mic drop. Boom. Yeah, so you guys are right. He took his 10 minutes.
Yep. He always hits his time. Professional.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we head to London, not only for SmackDown Friday, but also for Monday Night Raw next week at the O2. We want to let everyone know that on Sunday morning, London puts its clocks ahead an hour, so we have a different time for the show. It'll be 8 o'clock local in London.
Oh, shit.
3 o'clock on the
So it's an hour earlier next week.
An hour earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
So PWT, make sure you guys are tapped in an hour early. And if there's something I think that's significant enough to cover, then I'll be on an hour earlier. No matter what, I'll be on right before. But so just tune in around that time, right? Like an hour earlier than today, wherever you're at, okay? And I'll be on. I'll be there. I'll be there.
I'll be there for you.
SOB, I will be at work. Phil, hit Jericho. It's time. Okay, did we not get to 100 likes before the main event? Joining us now on the show, ladies and gentlemen, your friend and mine. Jake takes on. No, I'm just kidding. Chris Jericho's here.
I look and see it's not just me. So many others have stood where I stand. We are the young, so raise your hand. They call us problem child. We spent our lives on trial. We walk an endless mile. We are the youth gone wild. We stand and we won't fall. We're one and one for all. The writing's on the wall. We are the youth gone wild. Let it get wild. Yeah.
I still don't understand like that bandana he's got in his neck in that video. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, you're not hardcore unless you live hardcore. I'm going to set a fucking super chat goal for one of these streams where I'll record a whole me singing Judas. Like word for word, my rendition, karaoke style. And or like what, you know, whatever Jericho song or what, I'll duet with him or something. That's how we got to do that.
Duet with him. Yes.
Yeah. We'll pick a night. Chat will let me know, and we'll do like a fucking. I'll set like a goal so you guys, and I'll humiliate myself. Okay. Kathy Kelly. In an excellent outfit. Breakers
Always
here. Cutting a promo. Let's see before we get into the main event. And yeah, guys, tomorrow, Tuesday, during the day sometime, I'll probably pop on for an hour or two, and I'm going to do a members-only Philmarks AMA. So make sure you're a member and you check in for that. If you're a member, I upload like something pre-recorded or a live stream like once a week. I'm starting to do now. Either I'll go live or I'll record something or yeah. And then there's this other type of content that I'm doing on my Phil Marks Out channel that if I start doing for wrestling as well, members will get early access to those videos too, which is like a scripted content thing. So yeah, ramping up the shit here, folks.
Hell yeah. Oh, we're in commercial.
Yeah, so we're just
Korea
looking
season.
at the belts. It's literally just Alicia Taylor reading like the promo for the European Football Legacy title belts while the pictures are on the screen. And now we're getting the boom. American Made are coming out.
Oh,
so I don't know what this is about here. They're coming out with Gable, who's got a mic and a tissue, acting like he's sick. This is awesome.
Gable rules. There's nothing he can't do.
Gable's personally apologizing to us for getting sick. Phil watching the new Snow White. Fuck that movie. I will review it if you guys, I'm a bit behind on my Daredevil reviews there. And then they're dropping episodes 5 and 6 at the same time tomorrow. So that review will come out like Wednesday, and then it'll give me time to get out some of this other stuff I'm working on, which I hope you guys enjoy over there. But yeah, like what else can I say? Like everybody, it's fucking woke, it's trash. Like I can't add anything. It's a piece of shit movie. It's 2 movies stitched together where they did Damage Control because the fucking lead actress is an idiot and just trashed everyone and the original Snow White, which nobody wanted. And yeah, it's just fucking Disney being Disney, man.
Always doing rewrites.
I might talk about it on the channel. So Cole and McAfee are just talking. Gable was just like, I was sick, dude. Then he just left. So
just the live crowd.
Yeah, Rachel getting what she deserved. Yeah. If you guys aren't, check out my channel, Phil Marks Out on YouTube. That's where I do pop culture shit. And there will be content that's like interactive and where it's like, it's more scripted stuff with video edits though. And like me popping jokes and stuff like that. So if you're into it, go subscribe over here. You guys know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
And support me. That's a new thing for like pop culture, YouTube drama, comic book drama. There's so much like indie comic book drama I'm going to get into. So I'm in, lots of different stuff, but yeah, I'm just like launching that thus far. So make sure you subscribe, and yeah, I'll talk all about Snow White and all that shit over there. Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively. No, again, I'm late to the party on that, but like other things, when things like that come up, I'll definitely be giving my thoughts over there. We are back. Yeah, and to shill, I guess I'm Phil the shill right now. WWE Shop. I have an affiliate link below. If you guys want to buy any WWE merch, use my affiliate link, and it's no extra cost. You support. They have 25% off tonight. Site like 25% off, man. Use my link below, and then you support this channel. Okay, Penta's coming out, main event. Let's shut the fuck up.
Here we go.
No more shilling. Thank you guys so much. I'm not selling you fucking dick pills here, or hair growers or whatever, but
or shavers.
Yeah, dude, we got it. There we go.
I do love the small entrance, man.
They add more fireworks though, Jake, to Penta's entrance. Like because he's so over. Like he didn't fucking have enough.
So over. I feel like this is the stuff when people think like WWE is like counter programming AEW or whatever. I don't think they care about that. But when they can do this and just put him over, this is just showing everybody who's over there like, hey, if we want you to come over here, we can put you over. We can make you a star. in
I hope
literally
with
2 weeks.
You're right, dog. But I hope with Ray Phoenix that they do like lightning.
That'd be
in his
cool.
vignettes, it's like the lightning, like fire, lightning type shit. I hope they do with Penta. It's like fire and fireworks. I hope with Phoenix they do like lightning and fireworks somehow. You know, like they've done shit like that with the Undertaker. I'm sure
And
they
then
could
keep
think
them
of a way
apart
to-
for a while on the separate shows, and eventually they team up. But they
Yeah,
don't need
then
to
when
do
they
that yet.
team up together, it's like the lightning hits and
Yeah.
they both come out together. Yeah, that could be the fire.
That would be
and then
fire.
the
That would be
fireworks. Yeah,
so
could be
good.
amazing.
You sold me on that one real quick.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
please.
Because they're eventually going to get back together. But I love that Ray's getting his chance to over on SmackDown, man.
It's perfect. Because you can always fall back on them being a team. You don't need to start with that.
Right. Penta main eventing Raw, Ricky and Ethan main eventing NXT. That's amazing. Yeah. And with Disney, yeah, they do. They're pissed at that girl. Gail Gadot's pissed at Rachel Ziegler. Also, you know, Captain America too. Like they're saying, oh, it just passed 400 million worldwide. It's like, wasn't the budget 180 million or something? So then you have to double that minimum for the marketing.
Right.
So they lost like well over 100 million on that. That's not that big of a hit. But then Snow White to follow that up, you're fucked, man. You're like, oh my God. There was opening night theaters at IMAXs with 1 seat sold. People posting it. Like multiple, like lots of theaters like that. So yeah, they just fucked up, man. And shout out Swoggle, Dylan Postel, who went on Pierce Morgan Uncensored, which I'm enjoying. Pierce Morgan Uncensored on YouTube. I'm enjoying everyone melting down in debates with each other over all this like political shit or whatever they're talking about. They'll talk about like whatever, pop culture stuff as well, whatever, right? And I'm enjoying it. Just the arguments that break out on that shit are fucking hilarious. That's what I'm there for. But Hornswoggle came on as like the expert little dude. He was like the expert little guy, and they bring him in and everyone's just talking over him, and he was just getting pissed off, man. You could tell. He's like, bro, I'm like, listen to what I have to say about this, you know, this. And he was just ripping them because he's like, bro, so many of us could have got roles, right? Meanwhile, Peter Dinklage is playing fucking the Toxic Avenger. And shout out Soma, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
And Toxic Avenger, like Toxie's like a big giant dude, but they got Peter Dinklage to play him in that. So he has no problem with that. But he's one of the reasons the dwarves got fucked up in that Snow White shit to begin with, because of him talking shit. So it's just when you virtue signal and you don't just focus on making the best shit, it's always going to come out cringe. Now, that's not to say like a lot of YouTubers and shit, I find they cop out by like, oh, Barbie's just woke and gay and feminist, bro. It's like, no, it's just not for you, dog. Like, you know, I'm sorry. Like, it's just not a movie for you. That movie's for like girls and shit, you know? So I get it. Like some people just take that route. I don't really do that on my channel. I just call it like I call wrestling, just down the line. I just tell you what I think. And if there is over preachy virtue signaling shit, I'm going to call it out too. You know, I'm going to call it like I see it, but it's just like, I also don't cop out by like every video. It's just, isn't this SJWs, bro? You know, like, it's like, you can't just do every video that way. It's like, come on, man, that gets played out too. So
100%.
Yeah. You know, it's
so
like,
many people do
and
that.
every channel does that. It's like, all right, I will call it out though, if it's there, you know, but it's, again, I'm going to give leeway. I'm not going to sit there and get mad at Barbie because there wasn't like cars exploding in it or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? It's for fucking
Didn't
little
expect
girls,
it from
man.
that one.
Yeah, it's like
Braun's so fast.
He's so fast, so good. Big shoulder tackle. Fucking Penta too. He's just gonna sell his ass off for him, like we've seen him do. The shoulder tackles. This could be Penta's time here, dude.
Could be. I still think Braun will win it, but we'll see. Yeah,
I wonder if Breaker's got boo-boo face this week, chat. No. You guys remember last
There
time?
were so many convinced last week.
I know, everyone is so pissed.
That's one of those things where like boo-boo face absolutely exists, but what I was saying in the chat was that like too many people think that there's always boo-boo face in every match. I'm like, that's not. They're just intense sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes there definitely is. Like he's like I remember you said with like Jade Cargill when she lost her title in AEW, you could tell it was going to happen. There's some.
Oh yeah, she's had it too. And there was another time when her and Bianca lost the tag belts.
Yes,
and she came out and Bianca was like cheering her up, like she's like it's all good. She was like talking to her, and we called it out, and they lost. We were like, oh, boo boo face. So I think some people you can tell, but yeah, Breaker with just an epic dive. Breaking fucking Penta's back, no Diddy, over that announce table, and here come Dom and Carlito as we head to replay, head into the commercial. No more Barbie talk, no more woke, SJW hater talk or whatever the fuck. We are locked in, and I will call the action here. Okay, so we have a kilted McAfee looking alarmed here that the Judgment Day are here. Breaker's like, you guys get out of here. And now he's got Penta going to throw him back in the ring, and I'll call the action. McAfee's like, beat their ass too, Braun Breaker. Britt Baker had job face. Yeah, she did every time, man. Straight boo-boo face. And she would when she would come out in the crowd cheer and the little pop, you could tell too. She'd do a face kind of like, look, see, I'm over and shit.
Yeah,
and then she'd lose, bro, every time. It's like she almost just lets you know what's coming. Britt Baker, if she disappears from the face of fucking pro wrestling forever, I would not be shocked. I'm not kidding. Because I think she burnt. I don't think WWE folk want her over there.
No.
And I think Adam Cole is so beloved by Tony Khan that when Britt broke up with him, doesn't matter elbow rumors of cheating or not. When Britt broke up with him, that's a death sentence for her because he's such an Adam Cole fan. And we've seen that in the 10
and the
minutes of
Mercedes
Tony
stuff
Khan.
too, I feel like.
So
All that combination, yeah.
We have Breaker just slowing things down, grinding him out. He went for a quick cover. Penta grabbed the bottom rope at 2. Looked at the ref. Now Penta's firing up and fighting back here, guys. So punches, chops, a boot to the face out of the corner. Now it's slowed down again. So while I was jabbering there, Breaker's basically just walking around, a couple stomps here and there, talking shit. We're going to get a Northern Lights suplex, a standing, I don't know what you want to call that, like a standing back body drop or a Northern Lights where he just throws them. He doesn't follow through. Cover, 1-2, kick out. 45 seconds. Crowd is chanting ole, 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 ole. They're going ole, 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 cero miedo. That's what they're chanting. Vox Extremos 22 says, by the way, when Punk said I worked with children, I was literally Leo in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You were. If Monet came back, it would be insane pops for her on WWE. I think they would go insane. They'd melt, dude. Her fans are fucking insane, and she has so many stands that don't fuck with her in AEW. But if Sasha comes back, Lodi says, all right, I got to run. See you all later, and we'll get in Discord for the talk with Phil about NOLA Mania 2026. It's been fun again. You never disappoint, Phil. Dude, thank you so much. Thank you for being here and always supporting me and what I do. You're always here and super chatting in. Your super chats are appreciated, and you're just being locked in. And thanks for the invite again. And we'll try and work it out. I mean, we have to figure it out, right? I got a small family going over here, so that'll all have to be worked out. But I don't know. It's a long ways away, so I don't see why we can't plan for the future, So you take it easy, buddy. Let's go, Penta. Who? They're half the crowd's going, let's go Penta. The other half's going, who. Right?
Yeah. And the dogs
Pretty
are barking.
crazy.
Zero fear. Penta now. Oh, caught by a big right by Breaker. Time that up perfect. Penta out. Ron in control.
Oh.
A backstabber. Carlito would be proud of that, he says. Destroyer time. Destroyer time.
Nope.
Wow.
Jesus.
Military press. Knees to the mid. Kick out at 2. Here we go. He almost dropped Penta backwards. Yeah. Oh, a big super kick. Enziguri in the corner. Headed to the top rope. Oh, it's not the top rope, Brian. That's not technically the top. Oh, man. Crowds and man. Oh, the jumping head scissors from the outside. Anyone think the demon will appear because of Dom? That'd be amazing. I'm down with the demon. A lot of people are, oh, the way Penta splats on those, like he just hurls himself, him and Phoenix. I don't know if the demon will appear tonight, but like it's going to happen sooner or later.
Mexican Destroyer he's going for.
Mexican Destroyer. The nails on the bat were shaved down. Yeah, exactly. Fucking dummies. That shit's so stupid. Breaker kicks out. So I think he's the first guy to kick out of the Destroyer, or maybe the second. I think Gable did, but like they milked it for so long before he even made the cover. And Jake disappeared out of nowhere, guys. I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe just, I don't know, going to the bathroom or something, but he'll be back. And if not, then oh well. Check out his channel. All Jake takes on. Penta driver.
For a reason you can't do that. And again, it was a little too much time addressing Dominic at ringside, and Breaker able to take advantage. A lot of distractions out here.
Drew said he begged to be on the show, McIntyre, and he's not on it. So Frankensteiner, the Brakensteiner. Here's all Jake, who's back again.
Yeah, my internet went weird for a minute.
Oh, it's cool, man. Happens on StreamYard all the fucking time, honestly.
Yeah, because it wasn't like my Netflix never went out, so that was weird.
StreamYard just shits out, bro, sometimes. This is what it is.
Yep.
Here we go. The straps are coming down, brother. Oh, and then Lido. No, he gets thrown in the ring. Oh, he's going to waste his spear on Lido. Boom. Why isn't the ref DQ and shit, though, if Lido's just in the ring? Like, come on. I get it. That's being a little nitpicky. Oh, it is a DQ. Wow.
All right, there's the DQ.
Who called it in chat that it was going to be a fucking
I said it.
DQ? Was that you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone
No,
said
because
it.
I figured Breaker was going to keep the title, but it wouldn't be a loss for Penta, was what I
It's going
figured.
to be a DQ, and then we get So we'll get this rematch at Mania. Hopefully it is just Penta versus Braun. That's what I want.
Yeah, that would be a good one-on-one.
Chair shot by Finn. Damn. Boris says, FFS, Penta's last 12 months in the dub, he'd phone his matches in. Now he goes crazy in there. Yep, that's what I've said on my show. It's like, I think he's fucking phoning it in. I think he's just phoning it in and in AEW, because why wouldn't you? They freeze him and he's not allowed to appear when all these other luchas are on. So he's just phoning it in, doing dumb shit. Now he takes it extra serious now that he's in WWE. I agree.
And like they were only brought in to like have matches with the Bucks as the Lucha Brothers. They weren't even allowed to do anything else leading up to that or before or after. So can't blame him.
Wait, what is Penta gonna do?
Smack Dom in the face.
Dom's trying to do the Cero Miedo.
Hit Dom.
Cero Miedo to the Judgment Day. Crack Dom the chair.
Bam.
Cero Miedo Animo, dude. Remember the Animo. Chair, super kick, you done. Remember the Animo part, bro.
Remember the Animo. I love it.
Yeah, dude, for sure. And then Finn. So I think triple threat at least, then Finn, Breaker, Penta probably.
That would make sense.
And then I would love to see Demon Finn versus Penta as well. Like that shit would cook for the fucking title down the line. But yeah, I think that's so another triple threat. God, Finn's terrible fucking music, man.
Yeah, it's real
what
bad.
A travesty to fucking wrestling themes.
Especially the initial solo theme was so good. It had the fan interaction.
So
and
again, they're ending like
they're
ending this like 7 minutes early here. So they're in London, UK, an hour earlier. Chat. So Monday. They are doing it 1 hour earlier than this one started. So I'll try and go an hour earlier than that. So we were live at 1 p.m. Today, my time. So that's, I think, 3 p.m. Eastern. So it'll be noon my time, 2 p.m. Eastern will be when I'm on the air next Monday. Wednesday, show goes down at the same time, same place. And on Saturday as well. What's this Saturday? Is it AEW Dynasty or whatever, Jake?
I don't think so. I thought that was like more April. I thought that was in like April 20 something.
Okay, like so this Saturday, I'm gonna go live a little bit earlier again, but I think that was the perfect time, like with the turnout we had. So, because we end up just going 4 hours anyway, so it's pretty much the same thing. So yeah, I'm gonna just because I think the East Coast, my East Coast play is like that a little bit more. So I'm gonna do that as well, unless there's something I'm not thinking of that's on Saturday. That's like a key thing we need to tune into. You know, because Collision's just like, whatever, you guys. You know, it's I fucking, you know, April
Dynasty's
6th
not even. Yeah, April 6th. That's Sunday.
So yeah, we'll hang out Saturday, the same time. Just tune in at the same time, and then make sure you tune into Phil Marks Out. Make sure you tune into at Alt Jake Takes On. And he does spaces on Sundays there with George Capture.
Damn skippy.
Dynasty, we're gonna do that one. If it's on a Sunday, I'll switch and do that one because I didn't do the last AEW pay-per-view. But either way, I want to thank you all for tuning in. This has been a fun time. 3.5 hours. Round of applause for Alt Jake who came on and everyone.
Always happy to.
I appreciate you all, and drink lots of water. Take care of each other. And make sure you hit the like, subscribe. Until next time, I will see you all in the Upside Down. Thank you for hanging out with me so early. And if you're watching the replay, appreciate you too. Until next time, we'll see you in the Upside Down. Peace.
Peace.
It's like a bitch. You're about to get vile. high green. You're in debt to your health. AARP. Ain't shit old but my wealth. And my oppie's getting dumber every day. Ha! Up in the gym, but I never need a witness. Tonic and gin when I'm working on my fitness. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, yeah, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. On Becca, on God, I'll make you wish you had this hot bod. I be flexing like the dudes high on tread. All natural. Better give her tens. They say, Blondie, how you getting those abs? Hey, Bobby, let me call you a cab. Long legs. I'm a woman in STEM. My eggs. Fertile, healthy, and femme. My trades. Flowing free like the Thames. And my haters getting madder every day.
SDL. Two bad bitches, one hot shot. Speed 3 CCA, bitch. Two bad bitches, one hot shot. Hello, hello. It's that B3 flow. You said you know me? I think you don't. My friends are rich and you're looking hella broke. With Matt, I'm the real rough rider. Can't keep up, my arms must be tired. Slow-mo, super villain, Zack Snyder. You talk shit, but I know you're a subscriber. DSL on our lips cause we're naughty. Hannah Montana acting like Miley. We can't stop cause we're the life of the party. Got your man squirming Scotty too haughty. SDL with a $sign, yo. B3CCA with the 3 cause I'm cool.